So go up to Tennessee. They have like quarter comics.
We have quarter bins and methamphetamines. You do some meth, you can look for comics for a long time.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
For more than a century, comic books, television, and movies have existed. Each separate, broken, with their gatekeepers.
No!
Then, something happened that brought all media together. The internet brings comic fans around the world into one comic community. Put your hands together, comic fan. Comics are for everyone. It's 10 p.m. Eastern, live Comic Book Wednesday, a weekly YouTube show about comic books with Lady Fantastic. Comics on the mind.
Get your hands up!
Miracle Man. Special guest appearances by Ace.
Ew.
Your host, Not Near Mint.
Oh Lord!
Yes, we stand here.
Welcome to Not Near Mint.
Hey everybody! What day is it today? Is it? I have no idea. Could it possibly be August the 18th?
No.
Is it New Comic Book Wednesday? Welcome to the show, everybody. It's somebody's birthday too, apparently. So let's bring in everybody and also welcome Mr. Dave
Birthday
Baker.
is it?
It's my mom's
Birthday.
birthday. I didn't say
Oh, happy birthday, Mom.
Hello, Dave. Thank
Mama!
you for joining us.
Yeah,
What's up,
thanks for
Dave?
having me. I feel like I was just in a club for the first time in 2 years.
Right?
Comic book,
And
comic
boots and
book.
pants, and boots and pants.
Now,
Yeah, man.
you know why we do this show now? Because we've all been shut-ins for like the last 2 years.
Yeah,
Always been
I mean,
shut-in.
who knew that Tiesto was such a huge comic book nerd?
So
Eva!
I
Sorry,
don't know
Popo
who
was say-
I don't know who has the
chasing
popo
Come to get
driving
us.
by. So Dave, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Really excited to have you. And you know, we apparently have had a couple of new books drop in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. My original graphic novel, Everyone Is Tulip, with the artist Nicole Gu and colorist Ellie Hall, came out from Dark Horse, like I think 2 weeks ago. Time has no meaning anymore, so I don't know.
I love that cover.
I don't-
But yeah, so that. But look, it's even got spot gloss. Let's see. Can I? Yeah,
Look
spot
at
gloss,
that.
baby.
What?
That's
Hashtag
printed
classic.
there.
Yeah.
Reflection.
So that book came out from Dark Horse about 2 weeks ago or so, and then my Star Trek Voyager book, Seven's Reckoning, came out today. The trade came out today.
Oh, I gotta get that.
Co-created with Angel Hernandez. It's a 4-issue miniseries. taking place in the 4th season of Voyager.
I was raised on
That's
Generation and Voyager.
That's fantastic. So now I have to ask. I grew up a hardcore Trekkie. My mom, when I was a kid, when you wanted to change a channel, you had to get up and like turn a knob.
I had those like click, 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 click,
click, click. Right.
Yes, I had one of those too.
And I lived in the sticks, so I got like three VHF channels and like 2 UHF channels. And one of them always invariably had old reruns of the original Trek show on it. So we watched a lot of Trek growing up. And so I have to ask you, did you go with Voyager because that's your favorite of the franchise?
My favorite. Why didn't you choose Generation?
my favorite is DS9.
Okay.
My favorite character in Star Trek is on Voyager, but it is I love Voyager. I love all the Berman era stuff except for Enterprise. Enterprise makes me sad.
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, it's fine. It is what it is, but it
lasts for 2 seasons, right?
3.
3.
Oh,
3. I think it was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 4 actually. It might have actually.
Was it 4?
It's 3 or 4. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, it's just not for me. There are people who really like it, but it's not really my favorite. But no, the reason why I wrote Voyager is specifically because IDW editorial reached out and was like, hey, you wrote on Star Trek Waypoint, which was an anthology series that they did. Do you want to pitch for a 7 of 9 themed miniseries? Because she obviously was getting popular again after her appearance in Picard season 1, and they were like, we want to kind of help bolster 7 of 9. Do you have any ideas? And I was like, oh yeah, I do. Blah, 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 blah. And then I pitched it to them. They then took that and some other writers' pitches to CBS, and CBS selected mine, which I'm very excited about.
That is awesome.
No, that's great. Writing a Star Trek story is, that's bucket list right there, man.
I mean, it is for me. I don't know if it is for most comic book writers, but it 100% is for me. Like I'm not like super interested in doing a lot of work for hire work, just because I think that's, we all know where that leads people and how the industry mistreats them. But IDW has been really nice to me, and I'm a hardcore Star Trek person.
Right on. Very nice.
So I'm thrilled to have put my little brick in the wall of Trekdom.
Oh,
Absolutely
that's awesome.
Thrilled.
Yeah. That's definitely a feather in the cap. That's for sure. So just to keep it on Star Trek for a minute, which I'm so sorry, but I have to. Which would you rather fight in the Mirror Universe, Kirk or Picard?
Got
to fight one.
You got to fight one, yeah. I mean, there's less of Mirror Picard to really judge against. It's just the Tipton brothers comics, right? That's the only time he's appeared in the Mirror Universe.
There's a new one coming with him in the Mirror Universe.
Yeah,
that
Mirror War, I think. And
I think that's it.
Yeah.
And then Broken Mirror, I think, was the first one, wasn't it?
Right, yeah. Honestly, I would probably go Mirror Picard.
Mirror Picard?
Yeah, because there's less of him. So you could probably, I don't know. There's not as much known.
See that I gotta go Kirk because of the unknown factor. I don't know what Picard's gonna pull out. I mean, he's he's a genius in the good universe. Imagine how evil he would be in the evil universe.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Everybody's not evil in the Mirror Universe.
That's true.
Smiley, the Mirror O'Brien, he's not evil. He's just like a guy.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So you had the Tulip book just come out. You had the Star Trek book just come out. So can you maybe share a little bit with us about how you got into the world of comics?
Yeah, for sure. I've been making comics since I was a kid. I made a ton of kind of self-published stuff when I was in middle school and high school, and I've been kind of producing work on and off basically since then. I've made probably about 12 graphic novels. The most recent of which are Everyone is Tulip, co-created with Nicole Gu, who I've made a bunch of books with, which follows a young girl who moves from Arizona to Los Angeles to try and make it in the world of acting, and finds that, it's actually a lot harder than she thought. You don't just walk into LA and get given a role in a movie. And through a series of events, she kind of gets sucked up into this high-stakes world of YouTube performance art, which is a real thing. And she is forced to kind of reckon with ideas of identity and self-expression and kind of how far is she willing to go in order to get what she wants. The book is 180 pages. I wrote it, Nicole Gu illustrated it and co-created it, and Ellie Hall colored it. It's kind of about existing in a world where the deeply subjective human experience is flattened into ones and zeros and commodified and used as a means of manufacturing a reality that appears alluring to people on the outside, but is a living hellscape on the inside. So, just all of our existences now.
Really?
And then the book came out. It seems to be doing very well, but trying to beat the drum, as it were, and be like, hey guys, look, there's a book that I made. You wanna check it out? Anybody? Anybody?
Here,
all right,
read it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I read the beginning of this, and I was trying to get through the whole thing just prior to broadcast, but it opens up where she's already in the now. She's famous, she's confident, and then it goes right back to her origin stories where her roommate seems to be a real actress and struggling, has been working the trade, and here she is. And oh, by the way, I got something for you. Just show up here at this sketchy address. So where did you come up for this concept for this book?
So the kind of framework of the book is inspired by a lot of real people who did this probably 3 or 4 years ago. Dalvika is a Russian performance artist who blew up on Instagram. Poppy blew up on YouTube. Belle Delphine blew up on Instagram. Bella Porch is a influencer who has done similar things on TikTok. So all of these people were kind of in the conversations of what we were talking about when we started putting together the idea of like, let's make a comic about what it's like to be in this weird deep end of like performance art internet bullshit. We kind of tried to make something that felt like a Satoshi Kon movie or a Nicholas Winding Refn film. Like that's kind of the vibe that we were looking for when we were kind of coming up with the ideas. The visual aesthetic of Neon Demon, if anybody's seen that, that was like I love that movie, and that was a big
director of Drive.
Yeah, Nicholas Winding Refn, yeah. Mm-hmm. And Valhalla Rising and Pusher 2, Pusher 3, and a bunch of other cool stuff. I like his work a lot. And so we were kind of like really interested in that bizarre kind of artifice that the internet projects, both thematically and literally, where these video artists and influencers are making pieces of content that almost like couldn't exist in another period of time. Like even 5 years ago, the videos would have been so cost prohibitive and super expensive to make, and now with face tuning apps and
it's like that.
It's immediate. It's really it's a very surreal time.
I've watched people like sit and like show people how they do like their TikTok videos. I'm just like how did you do that? Like and just like quick. You gotta constantly put content out there.
Yeah, I mean, every algorithm on the various social platforms is a little different, but the TikTok one specifically is almost kind of, it's like rocket fuel. It only wants 3 pieces of content a day, and it isn't algorithmically served to your follower base. It's algorithmically served to a pool of individuals that the TikTok app has identified share common interest sets. So because of that, yeah, it's really weird. So basically you can have 0 followers because, like, for the sake of discussion, the Instagram algorithm shows your content primarily to people who are already following you, but it only shows you the 10% that's the most loyal, the people that interact with your content, the people that comment, like, watch your videos for extended period of time. Those are the people that the algorithm shows your videos to or your pictures to. So if you have 1,000 people, only 90, 80 people are going to consistently see what you post. Whereas on TikTok, it's the complete opposite. It's all based on watch time. So there are these pools where it's like, we're going to show your video to 15 people. If it has a high watch time with those 15 people, then we're going to show it to 15 million people. And it's very kind of tiered in that way. So it is genetically, or not genetically because it's not a living being, but it's mechanically designed to foster growth, which is very strange.
People, like, they use TikTok to get followers for, like, their YouTube channel, their Instagram.
Totally.
It's like that one video goes viral. That's it. Like,
yeah, and it's weird too in that most social platforms are very passive experiences, but for whatever reason, the kind of infinite suck of TikTok, when you get pulled into it, it really facilitates user engagement on the app. It's very difficult to get people to leave and do other things, but, like, the reason why so many there's a stereotype about TikTok influencers where they're always asking people to comment or interact with their videos, which, you know, as you guys know, when you're on YouTube and you're like, make sure to like and subscribe, it's like a joke almost. Like, it doesn't really do all that much. But on TikTok, when you say please like or comment on this video, the engagement ratios are just off the charts. Like, it's surreal.
You know what, Dave? There was a comment that you made inside the book of Everyone is Tulip where I think it was the roommate that even said it. If you want it too much, they're not going to want you.
Yeah,
it seems like good advice.
That's a great rule of thumb. You got to seem unavailable, and then
yeah, we can talk.
I do my best. Oh, then down goes comics on the mic.
Did you just get sniped to the U.S. government? Like, you figured out the key to every relationship.
They're coming for your Avengers.
The beard is too luscious. No.
You know, Ace over here is our resident TikTok person. They are on TikTok. They go down that rabbit hole. But there's a question down there. Did you listen to music while you were writing this? And if so, are you usually listening to it? And did music play a role in the aesthetics of your work?
Interesting. For this book, some stuff does. I tend to be somebody who gets obsessed about things, and so I'll listen to the same song over and over again. Like, I
do too.
Yeah,
I'm the same way.
I a couple years ago, I got a job writing a movie for Netflix, and I listened to a song by the band Hers. If you know their work, they passed away a couple years ago. They were in a drunk driving accident. They both died. It's awful. It's awful. And I can't listen to the song anymore without, like, just weeping because it's so pointless.
I'm gonna write that down though.
But so it's two guys. They're English dudes, and they make kind of rocky, folky, kind of new wavy stuff. And there was one of their singles on their first record. I listened to repeated, like, just literally on repeat because I had basically the story behind the movie is. It was a low budget film company, and they gave me 3 weeks to write a feature film. They're like, we have to go into production in like a month, so we need you to write this in 3 weeks. And I was like, okay. And so I just didn't sleep for 3 weeks, and I wrote the first draft in 3 weeks. And
wow,
I listened.
So what were you like in week 1 as opposed to week 3? Final hours?
Before and after.
That's a good progression there.
Yeah.
You were probably 38% black coffee at that by the end of the
Yeah.
Did it
Yeah.
look like that
Get that sugar out
Scorsese
my
movie
face.
that is up for Oscars?
Yeah, the movie's on Netflix now. You can watch it. It's not very good. It's called Alien Warfare.
Alien
I'm watching that.
It's not
Alien Warfare.
It's not the greatest thing that's ever existed, but
We
it's
did
a movie.
things like Sharknado. I think we'll be okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
I watched I watched the first 3 of them. So
Yeah, I mean, it's in line with that. It's a low budget genre movie where we had very specific constraints. And also, in my defense, I wrote the first draft, and then they had 2 other writers work off that draft. So
Man, I can see behind you, you have a Charles Bronson Death Wish. So I know that you're into genre. So I'm knowing that you have that, you have Ultraman behind you.
oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
kinda
I don't-
serious now.
I don't know
is
how
a-
we're not best friends, Dave, but I think after this interview, I'm gonna be working my way into that.
let's do it, man. I'm game. Yeah, this is my Danger Diabolique poster, and then you can't really see it because there's a. Oh wait, no, fuck. Pointing backwards is really hard on the.
It is.
This is a poster, an original run poster for a James Bond film festival that happened during the weekend release of Octopussy. So it is hold on, let me see.
When does it come out?
That is rad as hell.
It's they screened License to Kill, Moonraker, Dr. No, Diamonds Are Forever, Spy Who Loved Me, and Octopussy at whatever the theater is. I can't read it from here. But it's an original, like, I mean, it's not original, but it's the poster they gave out at that film festival.
Right.
And it's like a, not Drew Struzan sort of, it's that type of guy where it's like, oh, I'm going to draw these publicity photos and trace them and be very photo referencey and photorealistic.
Right. Oh wow, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Totally unrelated to your career and the reason that we have you here, but because we're talking about movie posters, have you ever seen any of the movie posters that came out of Africa? When
the Ghana ones?
The Ghana ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a life goal of mine to literally wallpaper my house in those. Somebody's got the show playing. Wallpaper my house. Somebody's got the show playing. Who's got the show playing? There we go. So it's literally a life goal of mine to wallpaper my house in Ghana posters because they are just brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that you follow Deadly Prey Gallery.
Yeah.
That actually, that's a very interesting thing to me because I love those posters and I love that, those artists like Heavy J, and there's like 2 or 3 other ones that I'm now blanking on their names, but Heavy J is like the main one that everybody likes.
Right.
That they're getting paid and they're able to make these posters and they're super cool and they're hyper violent and really funny. But there's a weird aspect to them too, to me, where there's like the reason that those movies were or the movie posters were so strange. For anybody who doesn't know, in the 80s and 90s, there was a thing where there were companies that would screen American feature films in primarily, I believe, Nigeria and Ghana.
Yep.
And they would have a box truck. They would pull a box truck up and they would screen the movie on the side of the box truck. And then they would hang up during the day. They would hang up potato sacks with the, in air quotes, movie poster painted on the potato sack to like get people to watch the movie. So, and the people who were painting the movie posters 9 times out of 10 hadn't seen the movies.
No clue what the movie was about.
So they would just have like
their interpretation.
They would just have like a picture of like Sylvester Stallone, and he, it's for Rambo. But it's like Sylvester Stallone like snapping someone's neck or something like that. They're usually very hyper violent, and there's now this kind of subculture around those posters because Americans love irony, right? So we're like, whoa, that's so funny that they didn't know what the movie posters were and drew, Edward Scissorhands decapitating someone.
I actually have a couple of them up here that if Mr. Worst ever comes back and join us, I can share. But to give you an idea, Mrs. Doubtfire is literally stabbing somebody through the eye with a broom in the Mrs. Doubtfire movie poster. So
it's really interesting to me though, because it's understandable why they were that way originally.
Oh, sure.
But what's really interesting to me on an anthropological level is how Americans now interact with this in this kind of like post-modern society, where now they're almost, and I'm part of this, like I'm not saying that I'm better than anybody in this regard, but they're almost kind of fetishized in this, like, can you imagine someone doesn't know what RoboCop is?
Right.
It's like, yeah, it's a lot of people don't know what the fuck RoboCop is. Like, but it's this very kind of strange, almost like passive cultural imperialism, where we in the West are just like, what do you mean? Everybody knows what a Star Wars is. Like, they have to.
Right.
They have to know what a Star War is.
Right.
You know Star Wars?
Yeah, and now, they're specifically this gallery. It's located in Chicago. It's called Deadly Prey Gallery. They are a go-between between American consumers and these Ghanese and Nigerian artists who paint movie posters. But now it's this weird situation where the artists in Ghana and Nigeria, obviously they fucking know what a Star War is.
Right.
But they now paint posters specifically for Americans that are incorrect on purpose,
right,
that Americans can be like, ha, look at this. Isn't this funny that it's wrong? Which is, there's just so many layers of like weird intercontinental pop cultural imbalance, power structures. It's very fascinating to me. It's very, very interesting.
One perfect example for that is, and God, I wish Rob was here, is the so I could share this screen. But one of the best examples of this is they did Curb Your Enthusiasm, which was real recent, because they didn't get it till real recent. But this one is so obvious.
I wonder what.
It's so obvious which one they, that this was one that was designed specifically because they knew Americans were buying these crazy movie posters. But for those of you who haven't seen them, highly recommend. Now that we've so far off topic, we spent 10 minutes talking about foreign movie posters.
I mean, I'm fine, man. I'm fine. I love, this is the type of shit that I normally want. Come on, man. I have a fucking Mario Bava movie poster on the wall, and I'm wearing a Tetsuo the Iron Man shirt. Like, come on.
Facts. So we are now going to have a ridiculous show, ladies and gentlemen. So just hang on to your seats. But seriously, everybody should definitely go and check these out sometime. The gallery that has them up is Deadly Prey Gallery. They're on Twitter. They got a website. You can buy them. They'll ship them to you if you really want them. And the Mrs. Doubtfire one, I honestly, I want that to be the first thing people see when they come to my house, because I want everybody to be welcomed by a hand painted sign of Robin Williams dressed in drag stabbing somebody through the head.
What a world, right? What a world.
Right. Best world.
Oh my gosh.
So as somebody, as a comic creator, and as somebody who fucking clearly rad as fuck, what are your favorite comics that aren't your comics?
My favorite comic of all time is Casanova by Fabio Moon, Gabriel Ba, and Matt Fraction, hands down.
Oh. Yeah.
I think it's the most formally interesting comic that's been made in the past decade. There it is. Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on a sec. There you go. Here we go. So that's the one.
Okay.
That's my favorite right there.
Yeah.
Hands down. I mean, I don't even why would Mrs. Doubtfire be murdering someone? I don't understand that at all.
But see, this is a perfect example, right? Like in the 80s, that movie poster would have been genuine. They would have thought it was that. But now it's Ghanese artists specifically making that ironic on purpose thing, and Americans 9 times out of 10 not knowing that it's on purpose and being like, what? That's crazy. They've never seen Mrs. Doubtfire. And it's like, that's not what this is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's fascinating to me that there is a kind of a weird pop cultural literacy irony and bigotry wrapped up together, where it's so sold off of the idea that like African artists are making these,
right?
And,
absolutely.
And, you know what I mean? And it's so complex, and I am not the right person to write essay on it, but somebody should, because it's fascinating to me.
Absolutely, it is fascinating. This is another great one right here. The Tango and Cash.
Yeah.
Is that on the screen? Is that up?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got Tango and Cash here, and obviously, here we have Sylvester Stallone from I believe that was Cobra.
Yep.
And
oh my gosh,
Kurt Russell from Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes.
Yep. Now they do get the big 4-wheel drive vehicles kind of right. Pretty close. I'm at a loss where the lovely scantily clad woman is from.
I know that still though. Like that's from something really popular, but I'm failing to pinpoint it, but it is.
I can't.
Is that from?
That.
Is that from?
Barbarella?
No, that's not from Barbarella. Is that from? Is she one of the dancers in that sequence on Mars in Total Recall?
Total Recall? Oh, I don't know.
Maybe not. I don't know.
She does vaguely remind me of the female co-star of that movie. She does kind of have the hair.
Yeah.
But the rest of her,
it's fine. We all get the idea.
The general gist. So now here we have Nightmare on Elm Street.
Dream Warriors, the best nightmare.
The best nightmare. And a lot of stuff going on here. A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I only have one line to think of from that movie. You wanted to be on television? Yeah. Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Yeah.
See, the one that I always think of is in my dreams, I'm beautiful and bad.
Yeah. The best part about I think Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is when he started to become a little funnier, right? Well, it wasn't when he was a little Freddy was a little more comedic, and he wasn't just like, I'm gonna fucking murder you and get my revenge. Now he
does some of that stuff in the second one too, but the second one just isn't as good a movie.
True. Very true. Very true. All right. Well, Rob, thank you so much for getting back in time for us to share these screens. Because man,
I'm sorry my computer crapped out.
That's all right. We always have technical difficulties. That's the Not Near Men way.
Every single episode. It's just our trademark over here. That's why we're not Near Men.
So, Casanova, favorite comic. I have another question. It's burning a hole in the back of my brain, and I have to ask you. In their prime, I mean absolute prime, who wins in a fight, Stan Lee or Carmine Infantino?
Oh, fucking Carmine. Are you kidding? Fucking get out of here with that bullshit. Stan Lee with his fucking toupee. Yeah.
Stan Lee will monologue you to death.
That's true.
Yeah.
And we saw what happens to monologuers in Game of Thrones.
And also, like, I would just want to hang out with Carmine more. Like,
he was
a
genuine dude and, like, treated people well and, like, paid people and, didn't steal credit for everything that wasn't nailed fucking down.
I was going to say, Carmine would beat Stan's ass, but Stan would get up and take credit for it immediately afterwards.
Immediately. Yeah, exactly.
I invented this. I invented my ass kicking. It was all me.
Yeah, it was all me. Yeah.
So, I don't even know where to go after that. Rob, what you got?
I'm just going to reiterate what Ava's saying. Stan's a lover, not a fighter, so he's not going to win. What was that, Ace?
I didn't say shit.
Oh, no. Well, I would tend to agree with that. Jack did all the fighting after all, didn't he?
Literally, yeah. Fought for the country, killed Nazis. Fuck yeah.
You notice I didn't ask you who would win between Stan and Jack, because that's literally everybody on fucking Earth knows Jack Kirby would kick his ass.
Yeah, he was a foot shorter than him, and he would still take him.
He would have taken him like it was nothing.
More like Jack and Steranko's an actual fight.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I mean, the funny thing about Steranko, though, is I feel like once you snatched his wig off, too, he would just give up. Like, Steranko could have talked circles around Jack.
True.
Steranko talks a mean game, but do I really believe that he was like an internationally renowned escape artist? Not really.
No.
Do I really believe that he slapped Bob Kane? No.
No.
Do I really believe he went in there and like yelled at Archie Goodwin to pay him for those Jack Kirby or Nick Fury pages that didn't have dialogue, so they weren't going to give him? Maybe. Like that's the one of his stories that I'm like, yeah, I could see that.
Robo, what a strange concept in comics, right? Paid people.
Yeah, Marvel doesn't know shit about that.
Well, you know that happens.
Kind of Kirby kind of ping ponged around. No one gets paid when you work for those two.
Yep.
You know, someday I'll tell you the story I heard. The super secret story I heard about Jack Kirby and why he didn't work at Marvel after the Bronze Age for a little while. Anyway,
he was the man on the grassy knoll.
No. I don't want to get into that on this show because, man, that's a whole can of worms, and we will definitely have hate mail.
Like any other episode.
True. So Dave, what's on the horizon? What's in the future? What plans, goals, and dreams and comics does Dave have, or in other fields?
Yeah. So right now I have a couple books that are being made that are not. I feel like my glasses are crooked on my face, and I just noticed this.
I feel like it every time. That's why I'm not on camera.
Yeah. So I have a couple books that have not been announced yet, but are being produced. And I have a book coming out from Simon & Schuster next summer, also with Nicole Gu, called Forest Hills Bootleg Society. It's a coming-of-age comic about a bunch of bullied teenage girls that go to school in a Christian boarding school in the middle of nowhere, California, and they start selling hentai to the male classmates. Yeah.
Sounds like shit I would have done back in middle school. In fact, I did. It was called Doji, Legend of the Overfiend.
Nice.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so that book's coming out from Simon & Schuster next summer. I mean, the thing on the horizon for the immediate future is just trying to publicize the books, man, trying to get people to be interested in Everyone Is Tulip, because spoiler alert, there is no Hellboy in it.
What?
So, if you're into cool, like introspective, sad character comics, like Wet Moon or Snot Girl, this will probably be right up your alley, which I am. But if you're not, then you should give it a shot anyway, because it might be up your alley and you just don't know yet.
Try something new.
Exactly. Yeah. You'd be surprised how many people in comics don't want to do that. Like, and this has nothing to do with my work, but just like I've worked in 2 different comic book stores. I've tabled at hundreds and hundreds of conventions at this point. Like literally there's a giant, I'm not going to turn the camera, but there's like hundreds of convention badges to the right of me. Right. And it's very shocking to me, both on a publishing level and on a readership level, how resistant to new ideas people are, where it's just like, it's comics. Like, don't you want to see weird, bizarre, avant-garde shit? And they're just kind of like, no, can I get more Superman? And it's like, I love Superman too, but come on.
Right.
I mean, you can kind of see that in what Donny Cates was tweeting when he was first starting out with Marvel. Oh my God, guys, I can't believe that they're letting me do this. And what was it? Like, Eddie Brock lost a hand and he regrew it immediately with the symbiote. Oh, I can't believe Marvel's letting me do this. That was huge shit for Marvel. They must have had at least 5 meetings before they went, okay, I think we can let him do this.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're a long and hallowed institution.
And it's not your IP. That's why when you get to do this on your own and it's your IP, your product, you get to put this out there. You have control. No one has to really tell you anything.
Yeah, and I'm just constantly surprised by the lack of desire to try and fuck it up and do weird shit, because like literally no one's watching. Like it's fucking comics. Like, not to be a downer, but I mean, they don't sell very much. Like, especially now, we're in like a real down era in comics where like things are really struggling to break even. And like, even big name creators are like, fuck, how do I pay rent off of my book? Because it's only selling like 4,000 copies, which, is unthinkable. And yet still people are like, Oh, you want to do a black and white comic? Black and white comics don't sell. Oh, you want to do a comic that... Yeah, I know, right? Or, I mean, look, Walking Dead's great, but that's one book. How about every book produced in Japan? Like, it's like they're all black and white.
Manga!
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head that there's definitely a downswing when it comes to, unit sales, which is weird because we're really seeing kind of an upswing, particularly compared to the last few years, on total dollars being spent. And yeah, there's some of that's being made up because of more expensive books and stuff like that. But
it's a lot, but it's a lot book trade. Like I just got some numbers in from Dark Horse for the first, whatever it is, 2 or 3 weeks of Tulip. And the direct market numbers are, let me rephrase it. The book trade numbers are 3 times that of what the direct market numbers are.
Yeah.
And part of that is part of that is because of the genre that the book is in, right? Like I wish that there was a large vocal female comic book store owner part of the equation in the direct market. There's a large vocal female comic book readership in the direct market, but there's less comic book store owners in the direct market. And so because of that, I don't know how many people know this, but when you're a creator, that the opening period where you're selling your book, you're actually not selling it to readers. You're selling it to the comic book store owners. You're trying to get them to order it so that it'll be in their shop so that people will buy it. So there's like 3 gatekeepers. It's not like you can just publish a book and it'll just be in every comic book store. They have to be ordered through a distribution system, and the people, stereotypically speaking, in a wide generalization, are white dudes, and they primarily are interested in superhero stuff. That is obviously not everyone, but that is the stereotype, the broad generalization. And so when you're trying to do stuff that is not that, like, I mean, there's no one is getting punched in this book. No one's getting punched. There's just kind of like,
you just want a good story instead of just, well, let's just skip to the fight scene because that's what people want. I think it's just copping out half the time.
I mean, most of my favorite movies don't have punching in it. You know what I mean? I just read Charlie Kaufman's Ant Kind, his new novel. Wonderful, great, loved it. You know how many people get fucking punched in that book? 0 people get punched in that book. And because of that, it would be a hard sell in the direct market if it was a comic. People would be like, what? It's a weird book about a guy who is a film critic who discovers that there's a elderly black man in Florida who's been making a stop motion movie for 50 years and it's 32 hours long. I don't know. This doesn't sound like it'll sell. Like,
it's unique.
Yeah, like let's do some weird shit. That's all I'm advocating for.
I mean, comic shops should have learned, especially during the pandemic, post-pandemic, things are changing at a rapid pace. And literally every company I've ever worked for prior to being a court reporter has all gone out of business. And the one thing I can tell you they all have in common is they all just preferred the status quo. The more they grew, the more they just wanted to keep not rocking the boat. Hey, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And what winds up happening? Well, all our people are leaving because we keep growing. We're not changing. Everyone hates it here. We're bringing in new people that don't know what they're doing. Oh, God, our sales are tumbling. Hey, we're laying off people. We're now closing our establishment.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. So one of my other books, Night Hunters, which was drawn by Alexis Zirit of Space Writers and Tarantula fame, we were published by a comic book store. We were published by Floating World, which is run by Jason up in Portland, and it is one of my favorite comic book stores. Like, it's a great shop, and they have superhero stuff. Like, they'll give those readers what they want, which is great. I love that stuff too. But they are one of the best comic book stores in the country, specifically because they have weird Swedish comics. They have weird Italian comics. They have bizarre underground comics that have like print runs of 100. And they go out and they specifically court that market. You know, Jason Levian is like a guy with his nose to the grindstone to find weird stuff, and that is, I think, where that's how you get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right?
Can you imagine if somebody just
cold.
pitched you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? That is so bizarre. It's so bizarre. But now we're like, oh yeah, of course, there's Ninja Turtles and they eat pizza and they say cowabunga. Like, what?
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, like the levels of non sequitur that you just expressed to me are just mind blowing. Like, what the fuck? And then this thing got a cartoon and multiple live action feature films.
Right.
Well, when they killed the main villain in the very first issue, they go, "Well, how the hell are we gonna do a comic series off of this? We'll just make the guy that we killed in the first issue the main villain." Sold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that first issue of Turtles, I think, was its print run. I think there's more known counterfeits than there were original copies.
Probably.
Yeah,
What?
totally.
I think the
People
first.
counterfeiting it?
Oh yeah.
Just like
run-
Cerebus one, Love and Rocket
Dang,
one.
that is crazy.
First issue of Turtles was like a 500 print run, and the guys paid for it completely out of pocket.
Yeah.
No wonder people was paying like.
And if I remember right, I think they went to like a local mimeograph place. Like, I don't even think it was a copier or like a traditional printer. It was a weird setup when they made that first book, which is one of the ways you can tell it. Like, literally nobody prints that way anymore, so it's almost impossible to duplicate. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's tough to see these. You know, I'm a fan of odd comics.
I'm sorry. I have to just correct somebody in the comments who's saying that I'm wearing an Akira shirt. I am not wearing an Akira shirt. I'm wearing a Tetsuo the Iron Man shirt.
Very different.
It's
Not
very different.
Tetsuo
And
from
I don't mean
Akira.
to call you out. I'm just trying to help you out and say, go watch Tetsuo the Iron Man. It is a batshit movie directed by Shinya Sakamoto or Skimoto. I forget how to pronounce his last name, but he was an amateur filmmaker from Japan in the 80s, and he didn't know how to make movies, but he was obsessed with movies, so he just made one. And he figured out how to make stop motion with his camera by just hitting a timer like this. So there's all these. It's basically, the movie is about a guy who cuts himself shaving and then starts turning into a giant metal monster. What? And
it's the Japanese equivalent of Eraserhead.
It's fantastic.
All right,
please go watch Tetsuo the Iron Man. There's a bunch of them. There's 2 sequels and a remake. Please, to whoever that was, I don't remember who commented now. Comic Zombie. There we go.
Comic Zombie.
Zombra. I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm about to watch it tonight.
It's so good, man. You won't be disappointed. I guarantee you, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck was that?"
Not as much as I will be when I go to watch Alien Warfare later.
Oh yeah, but that's a different level. That's a different level of what the fuck. That's a level of like, oh, I've lost all respect for this guy. This is horrible.
You know what's really funny? I am almost positive I watched that not
knowing. Yeah,
3 months ago. I'm almost positive.
Look, I mean, one, I'm sorry. 2, basically nothing I wrote is in that fucking movie. Like, it is what it is. But I'm not bitter about it. I think it's really funny. Like, I'm really excited that there's a movie on Netflix. So it's like this weird underground, schlocky B movie that I have a writing credit on. And it's funny because there's like structural elements that are almost what I wrote, but they kind of like had to shift everything and move it around to try and make it for no money.
So do you ever bring somebody home and you just have that movie playing in the background so that it would wind up playing your name on the screen for that exact moment they walk by?
I would
go, hey,
I would do that.
Aren't you that person?
No, I've never done
that.
Well, I guess it is.
I've literally never done that, and I never will. And that's not something I would do.
Doing it this weekend.
I won't lie. I don't care how bad the movie is. I would do that with every single person I met. I would never the mailman, the fucking furniture delivery guy, the Mary maids. I'd always find a way to pause it right there. I'd be like, oh, did you need to talk to me? I would like stand in front of the screen. Is it me? That you mean me? And then point at the screen. So kudos to you for holding back on that, Dave.
I would like to revisit this conversation once we've actually seen the movie.
Hey, pals, can I just tell Rob to stop fucking smoking?
Oh, okay. Rob got in trouble. So, wow, man, this is.
Rob, are you stressed out? Is it a stress smoking? Is that what's happening?
I try to not do it on the screen because I don't want to be a bad influence to any potential people watching.
Gotcha.
And it's bad for my health, I realize.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm sorry.
About
Sorry, I called you out.
About 25 years ago, the federal government put out a study. I believe they spent $32 million on it. And essentially, the study boiled down to eating, drinking, and breathing are all bad for your health in modern society. So, do what you like.
Drinking milk leads to hard drugs like meth and crack.
That can confirm.
Gateway drug.
So,
That sounds about right to me. I don't know why we're making fun of it. Like, have you had milk?
I agree with that comment.
That's.
Mm-hmm.
I represent that remark. Thank you.
all right. So, Dave, we're coming up here. It's just been about an hour. We don't want to monopolize your entire night. We normally, let you have a little final say here. If you'd like to hang out with us while we show comics, great. If you'd like to bail and go make some more awesome comics, or maybe Alien Warfare 2.
Alien Warfare 2.
Oh my goodness!
Just
come back.
You can do that.
Get that draft done.
The funniest thing about that is, at one point they were talking about making. I don't know if they ever did, but they were talking about making an Alien Warfare 2, and the high concept of the movie is that it is Navy SEALs versus aliens. That's like it. Basically, it was a sequel. The producer of the project had made another movie called Alien or Zombies versus Navy SEAls, and this was supposed to be like the spiritual sequel to that. So it's gonna be we're gonna use Navy SEAls and they're gonna fight aliens this time. And the director on the movie really wanted the third one to be Navy SEAls versus Spartans.
What?
I feel like, ghosts or vampires or werewolves. Like, there's a lot of tropey genre dumb stuff you could do. But he was really obsessed with Spartans. And he had this idea where there would be a post-credit scene where one of our characters would use this piece of alien technology that is given at the end of the movie to go back in time and meet the Spartans. And that's the cliffhanger. And I was like so befuddled by it because I was like, this is what? This is not like cool, like at all. This is so weird. Yeah, but so there may be an Alien or Alien Warfare 2 Rise of the Spartans someday. I don't know. I'm not involved in it.
You say that, and 10 years from now, as they're scraping the bottom of the barrel of IPs.
Right, yeah, when they reboot Alien Warfare, yeah,
and it's like got Will Smith as like the Will
Smith's kid,
and Will Smith's kid as the leader. You're and your name's up there as original writer, original creator.
Yeah.
Story. I'll be talking to you. You'll be on the red carpet.
Hey, unlike Marvel, he'll actually make money from that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? I hope I'm wrong. I would love for Alien Warfare to be a massive franchise because
that'd be cool.
That'd be cool, I guess. Sure.
Hey, I don't have my first deposition until 10 a.m. tomorrow. I am absolutely watching that shit tonight. Please join me with that. I will live tweet that.
Yeah, you'll have to.
Hilarious.
You'll have to DM me what your thoughts are afterwards. Yeah, but no, I will bow out. Thank you very much for having me. I would normally stay, but I haven't gone to the comic book store in like a fucking month.
What?
Pandemic.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I guess just in closing, if anybody is interested in either Star Trek Voyager or Seven's Reckoning or Everyone Is Tulip out from Dark Horse. You can find them wherever you get your comics. If you'd like to follow me on the internet, you can do that on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. That's the third one. My username is
it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. My username is xDaveBakerX, and if you'd like to listen to my podcast, which is a deep dive explainer podcast called Deep Cuts, where we pick a topic and then walk the listener through the ins, the outs, and the nitty-gritty so they can appear like an interesting and idiosyncratic person at their next forced social function, you can find that anywhere you get your podcasts under the title Deep Cuts. We did a whole musical episode, 11 original songs. My co-host Andrew Price and I sing all about the kind of the implosion of the music industry and the rise of Napster.
Nice.
We also did one about the cult classic Buckaroo Banzai, the film Buckaroo Banzai starring Peter Weller, where we got the original writer and director of the film and two of the actors from the movie to work with us to create a 10-minute radio play sequel to the movie that takes place in the fictional universe of our podcast. Lots of weird, obscure bullshit. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you can find it.
Right on. Awesome. Dave, thank you so much for joining us tonight. The fantastic interview. I love talking about everything with you, and I would love to do this again. And I'm sure the rest of the team would as well.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah, let's do it. Did somebody just comment? Please welcome Dave.
That was me.
Okay. I
put it at the very beginning. I put it at the very end.
Yeah. Thank you very much for having me. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm surprised at how active your guys' comments section is.
I've done group. We love them.
Yeah, I've done many live streams, and normally it's like fucking 3 people.
It's Wednesday. This is our comic book therapy. I mean, none of us are quite of right mind. Otherwise, we'd be over on near mint condition. We're not near mint, so this is how we do our therapy.
Gotcha.
Right.
Love it.
And we're all moderators here apparently tonight.
Everybody should be. Every single person in the chat should be. And if you see one of those people, guys, just demolish them and kick them out.
Please do. We trust you because we know you. That's why you got mod credits tonight.
So Dave, thank you so much. And
yes.
I myself will definitely be picking up that Star Trek book. I might actually get both of them because the other one I really like the 9-grid setup in the front. And you sent us a copy, and I kind of feel like, I read it. I should buy it. You know, I take care of the people who give you books.
Thank you. Thank you very much. This was great. Hope to do it again soon.
All right, Dave. Thank you.
Can't wait.
Have a great night, sir.
Congratulations.
Have a good night.
Good night. And now it's time to show comics, and the first person that wound up popping up there in that screen might as well just go first. Ain't that right?
I don't have any comic books. I didn't pick up anything, but I just wanted to hold this up.
Aww.
We love you, lady.
Lady's on vacation for the next month, so we'll all wish her good fun and good health, and hopefully good relaxation on that vacation. And we can't wait until she comes back.
Oof to the yes. Love you, Lady F.
So who's showing books first?
No, we can Miracle Man.
Hold on a second. I gotta ask you something. How do you know I got comics?
Because you showed us a picture.
Yeah. There you go. Boom.
It's like, how did you know I get
Did you
comics?
forget?
Because I have stacks behind me. I mean, well, then again, I have them everywhere. How do we know you got them though? Is because you're just as addicted as the rest of us.
That's very true.
You
so listen, I'm
getting them books.
I did go a little crazy. You know, we had this past Saturday, as I hope everybody knew, was Free Comic Book Day. Oh, whack, you beautiful son of a bitch. And, I went a little comic book crazy. And I know that sounds unusual for me, but I'm going to start you off with some big stuff. Then we're going to roll back to some regular stuff. And we're going to end with some big stuff again. So first up, and listen, I'm going to say right now, this is art. But we have something that my man Aaron Myers over on Twitter. If you're on Twitter and you're not following Aaron Myers, you're literally missing one of the best comic book accounts there is. I fight with people an awful lot. Aaron is just like comics, Comics. Occasional hot picture of Betty Page. Comics. And here we have my boy Aaron Myers cued me in on something with post. This is a Milo Manara variant cover for Betty Page, Curse of the Banshee #1. This was not available through Diamond. You could only get it by ordering it through a specific retailer. I am a huge Milo Manara fan. He's caught some flack because his women's faces are typically all the same orgasm face. This one is the least Milo Manara face I've ever seen. Least Milo Manara face. They're always
orgasmic pose.
They're all at the peak. They're always at the peak every single time. And next up, we have, I got one of these other covers, and I think I showed it last week, but here we got Tomorrow's Ash, God Killer Tomorrow's Ashes #1. I got, I think this is cover B.
Oh, that's hot.
Right.
Man, I gotta pick that series up.
Michael, you should absolutely block me if I don't have comics. It's gorgeous. I don't even care what's going on. The covers are fucking fire. I'm going to buy every goddamn one of them. Next up, came out this week. This is a really cool book, guys, featuring Roger Stern, Ron Frenz, and Sal Buscema. Heroes Union #1, the binge book. 68 big pages of brand new Bronze Age inspired super heroics. Look at that beautiful cover.
Is it
Sounds
weird? Does that
boring.
look a little like Predator and Infinity Inc.?
A little bit. You're going to see a lot of influences from classic Bronze Age books in here. I mean, Roger Stern. Come on, Roger fucking Stern, Sal Buscema. Come on.
Oh,
I had to get
that's
it.
a definite get.
That's a get. And it was $5. 68 pages for $5. It's full color. It's a real high quality book, guys. If you didn't see it, talk to your LCS. Get them to get you a book. Next up, we got Bermuda #2. Now listen, I'm going to tell you. That's right. The Bermuda book is written by John Layman. It's great. The art's by Bradshaw, so you know it's going to be fucking fire. But look,
The art's great, but I read it once and it was called Shayna the She-Devil. Back when Frank Show did it.
I mean, it's pretty close, and actually, it's funny that you bring that book up. But the coloring on this book really stands out, guys. I was blown away by the colorist's palette on the first issue, and I have not been disappointed on this one.
All his work is beautiful. I mean, I just remember him back when he started on Wolverine and the X-Men, and it's really come along.
Next up, we have a crazy queer comic, guys. Crazy queer for mainstream comics. Let me rephrase. Okay. Safe sex does exist after all. Killer Queens #1 from Dark Horse. Literally in the first page, it tells you it is going to be a queer comic, and I loved it.
But there's no real nudity or anything, so you can show a page or two.
I still don't want
kissing.
to. I still don't want to for certain reasons. No. But yeah, no, great, beautiful book. As we've said before, we have like the queerest audience, I think, in YouTube. So y'all should check it out. It's a good one, and that's a compliment. You crazy motherfuckers. Next up, we have Jupiter's
inclusive.
Right. Next up, we have Jupiter's Legacy Requiem at #3. This is the black and white variant. Millar, definitely a problematic creator. I just can't pass up the Jupiter's Legacy series. I just love them. I loved them 10 years ago when they were coming out. Second Chance is #1, guys. I think this one's going to end up being a super hot book. Okay, black and white. That is from Image. Next, second. This actually, I think, might be top pick of the week, guys. I'm about to show it to you. There's a lot of good new #1s that came out today. I think this book is going to be the hotness.
What is that?
This is Eat the Rich from Boom.
Oh, I heard of this. I've heard of this.
Listen, y'all, if you didn't pick this book up, go get it. I'm not joking.
I'm about to go run. I'm about to go run.
Run to the shop, grab it. Don't walk, run to the shop. Beyond the Breach from Aftershock. That's the second issue. The first issue was fucking fire. Loved it. And now, one of my guilty pleasures, we have Cave Woman Metal Age #2. And I had to get this. I saw it. You guys had it last week, so I had to go get one myself.
Oh yeah.
And then because of the always incredible Ace, every time Ace starts talking about a book and gets excited about a book, I start getting excited about that book.
Is that true?
That's very true, because I ran out and I got Maria Louvet's Porcelain #1. I got the variant cover, the Harley variant cover.
You know what cover I got?
Which, all of them?
All of them.
Every single one.
Dang.
Next up, check that out. Yep, that's the second issue.
What is this? The Rise?
The Rise. This is written by George C. Romero.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that when the issue 1 came out.
Oh, it's fucking great. I gotta find that first issue. I didn't have it. I gotta find it. It's gorgeous. Listen, this cover's a fucking hideous mess, but this layout here is glorious. I love it. Heavy Metal. I don't know who did that layout, but that is not a good layout. I'm sorry. I love the book though. The book's great. It's duotone through a lot of it. It's fucking phenomenal. Now, like I said, this was Free Comic Book Day, and I'm not going to show you them all. I'm just going to tell you, I went to a place that sold me all 54 books for $16. So I got all of them. I got Enter the House of Slaughter. I got the Trailer Park Boys book. I don't know anybody who cares.
I love that show. I love that show.
I got the Black Cal Exit book, which had some new pages.
Oh, nice.
I got the We Live, The Last Days book, which is a totally new story. I got, which I think this one is going to matter a little bit later. I got the White Ash from Scout. I also, of course, I got the King Shark and the Batman and all that shit, I got the Star Wars High Republic one. Now,
ooh, Star Wars.
I also got the Red Room.
Hell yeah.
Here's the one I want to show you guys real quick. And this is going to be the last free copy.
You're not going to read that, are you?
Red Room, I'm going to try. There's actually going to be 2 more books I show you. Here's the 10 Tons of Fun preview from 10 Ton Press. I haven't read this yet, but they had superheroes. They got some monster thing. There's some kind of fight thing. There's some kind of freaky animal thing, or like puppets. I don't know what the fuck it is, but they look fucking rad. So I grabbed it. Last book I'm going to show you guys. I posted this one on the tweeters to warn people, but it turns out I just got to keep warning people. Tales of a Grown-Up Nothing. Now, I know a lot of you. Go ahead.
Not a children's book.
Not a children's book. Listen, I know a lot of you might look at that right off the bat and go, probably a kid's book. It is fucking not a kid's fucking book. Within the first 4 pages, and I don't want to
even show the pages, can you?
I can't even show the pages. I can't. I don't want to be crude, so I'm going to be a little bit cryptic here. In the first 4 pages, there is a cowgirl, and she is in reverse.
That
she's a cowgirl that rides backwards.
Okay.
There you go. See? Can't yell at me for that, YouTube censors.
Yeah.
Couple more of this week's pickups real quick before I move into the back issues, because, guys, I fucking killed it in the back issues. But here we got that Jim Lee cover on Batman Catwoman. Superman and the versus and the Authority #2. This is only 4 issues. Kind of surprised by that. Flash 773. I haven't read Flash since the end of the time traveling story, but I'm gonna pick it up.
It's okay. I haven't read it in 2 years.
No, there you go. Check that fucking fire ass cover from Doc Shaner.
Love the Doc.
Every single Superman. You got Mon-El, you got Valor, you got Apollo, you got Power Girl, you got Supergirl, you got Valor, you got Val-Zod, you got Red Superman, you got Blue Superman, you got Crypto, you got Streaky, you got Comet the Super fucking Horse, and Beppo the Super fucking Monkey. You even got a little Bizarro over there, and if you look, he's actually flying down. The rest of them are flying up.
That is hilarious.
Bizarro's flying down. And here,
reverse.
Right there is your Superman and the Authority Superman. So great cover. Might be cover of the week.
There's no mustache.
There might be cover of the week. This one was 2 weeks ago. I grabbed it. It might be. But you know what else came out this week? Here's Shazam #2. This cover, which, listen, This might be for me cover of the week. It might be. Truth and Justice, number 7, the B cover.
That's it. That's the one.
That's
the Yoon cover.
Yup. I don't want to. I'm going to butcher the artist's name. I know I will.
I'll only say the last name because I can't pronounce
it.
Right. Jung. I'm not going to. I'm so sorry.
I don't want to be like that asshole sports commenter earlier in the week that wound up trying to affect a Chinese accent. No, I'm not going to even try because I don't want to be an asshole.
Right. Oh, I forgot. I also got a Stray Dogs. If you didn't get Stray Dogs is got new panels at the beginning. All right. Oh, you know what? Hold on. There were 2 more new ones. Here's that Stray Dogs number 2, 3rd printing. And here is that Stray Dogs number 2, 4th printing.
That's a great movie. I might watch that tonight.
It's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
28 Days Later. I love that movie.
Just love it. So, y'all want to see? Oh, wait.
Where's
he hasn't even showed us the back issues yet.
I haven't. So last week I was talking about Dead Legends 2 and how I missed out on the variant covers because my shop only had 1. So the publisher DM'd me on Twitter and said, "Hey, give me your address. I'll send you all the covers."
Dang, no way.
So there's the black and white. There's the variant. And look, here's one that wasn't even in CLZ. I had to add it manually.
Oh, no way. That is sick,
You
dude.
know it's rare if you have to add it. And
that is sick.
Autographed by Tyler himself. Right up there. 2 Miracle Man. So that was fantastic. That was so nice of him. Really didn't have to do it. Thank you so much. That's from Away Blue World, guys. They do these books. What they'll do is they'll put out the first issue, and it'll be the premiere edition. So that'll be the only one that comes out as a single issue. And after that, they publish the book as an OGN. But it's going to give you that little bit of taste. You don't have to invest in a whole OGN. You can try it out. But if you try that first issue out, I guarantee you're going to want to read the book. Dead Legends is like Mortal Kombat / Street Fighter, but if they weren't as lame as they are today.
You said that they weren't as lame.
It's a righteous ass story, man. I loved the first Dead Legends. Cannot recommend it enough. Highly recommend that one. All right, let's get some back issues because I'm going crazy. We got Preacher number 27 here.
Oh, nice.
Got to finish that Preacher run. Here we got Reactor number 1 from Vault. This is real early in Vault's comic publishing biz. It's a Cullen Bunn story. Sorry, Donnie Cates story.
What?
It's a Donnie Cates.
No, Donnie Cates wrote a Scout book?
A Vault book.
A Vault. That's my bad.
Yeah. This was a free. This is ties into that universe that he did where they had the vampires on Earth and they came back to Earth from space, and it's fuck. I don't remember it, but it was a free comic book day like 2017. Highly recommend. Max number 23, just because they're hard to find, and I found it for $1. Preacher number 12. Look at that fucking cover.
Nice. You're getting some of those last issues of Max.
Oh, nice. I appreciate that.
You just need to get the final issue.
Here is something that is for my very dear friend Ace.
Yay.
Lady Death number 3.
Oh yeah.
That's from her first ongoing too.
Oh, nice.
Gotta get that packed up and sent out to you because I had a nice pile. Preacher number 14.
That's a clean cover.
Glenn Fabry made like the best fucking covers, man. Like, just so fucking good, man. Preacher number 35. Up next, here's a book that, guys, listen, Mike Mignola did covers for a 4-issue Lobo miniseries in the 90s. Came out in 93. The best Lobo series you'll ever read. It's called Lobo, Un-American Gladiators. And it's written by Alan Grant. Alan Grant is a British creator. came over to the U.S., did some books for DC that were not popular. And when those comics ended, he ended up taking the characters in them and stuck them in this Lobo Un-American Gladiators. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it is like, it's Bloodfest. It's a blood sport game. Okay. I highly recommend finding that book. This is Unholy Grail number 2. This is a Cullen Bunn story. For Aftershock, it's Arthurian legend. So I really, really love it. I have had a hard time finding it though. So I gotta try and pull it out every time I find it. Here we have an Adam Hughes cover. Guys, I pulled this out for $1, and I want to tell you, this is like the most desired Adam Hughes book from this series. And they're all Adam Hughes covers. Fairest, was it number 6? I think it's number 6. Number 8. And that is the Lady Godiva covered by her hair. So if you can't tell why, that's a very desirable cover.
I don't know why.
Killed. It's $1,000 book now. I will literally shit my pants live
Oh, that's a
on
different
air.
book. I don't have that. I should have fucking bought that fucking book. I'm so mad at myself. Here we have Madman, Atomic Comics number 5. Some beautiful all red. Grant Morrison number 3. Grant Morrison. Klaus number 3 by Grant Morrison. They created this Santa Claus universe, and Klaus is Santa Claus. And if you've never read it, you got to read it. It's just fucking crazy. Remember when you said Frank Cho and the She-Devil series?
Absolutely. There's
number 5. Not an easy series to come by. It's actually pretty tough. I have no idea what this book is about, but something drew me to it, and it was only $1.
Oh, that series is good.
Is it?
Yeah, that's on our list of things to read after Sandman on Braggs and Boards Comics, which is live tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Well, I would definitely read it. Here we have another Adam Hughes cover. Catwoman number 47. Here, I was very excited to find this. It's not all of it, but my very favorite writer in the history of comics, Mr. Alan Moore, did a run of Wildcats. There is issue 34. Here is issue, son of a bitch, that was not it. Well, maybe I have more later. Here we have Butcher Knight. I got a lot of comics that have a common theme. Tell me if you can guess what they are this week.
Booty?
They have lots of red logos on them.
They do. There's a lot of red logos involved. There's Butcher Knight number 4.
There are price tags on them.
Yep. This is number 3. I don't know why I got that one except to finish the run. But here's some more of the same kind. Here's Darkside, number 1. Look at that horrible art.
Legs.
Look at that horrible fucking
Women do
art.
not have organs in this universe.
Why do people mock Liefeld for his art? I don't understand it. It seems unreasonable.
She has extra vertebrae.
Here's Evangeline number 9. Here's Evangeline number 2. Look at that. That kitty is fucking off the chain right now. Here is the luckiest werewolf you've ever seen in Glory number 2.
I have a bunch of Glory and Evangeline for you.
Oh, that's so awesome. Glory Celestine number 1. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, as I'm putting these books up, none of them are good. Demon Slayer number 1. They are all really bad comics.
I have to wonder how many people actually read them or just picked them up for the cover.
All of the people picked them up for the cover. Here's Goddessy, yet again, an excellent depiction of the female or human form. What the fuck is this? What is she, the human fucking centipede? And they got the fucking head up in her ribs? What the fuck is this? God damn, Rob.
I want to watch the Human Centipede now.
Oh God, no, I can't do it.
Go do that. Here, I'm just going to show you one more
second one, though.
of these sexy girl covers. Here's Executive Assistant number 2.
Oh, that's a nice color or cover.
Right? I thought that was pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Here we have this. So this is Body Count number 1, and I grabbed it for the cover because it's an Alan Davis cover, right? Look at that. This is every one of the Marvel UK characters. Is the cat like literally eating the microphone? Is that what's going on?
The cat is outside the door.
Oh Jesus! Here we got Doc Samson #3. This is a Connor and Palmiotti cover. Look at that. That's why I grabbed it. I don't give a shit about the story. I literally couldn't care less about the story. And then I got these. These came off the bay. I was super excited to get my hands on these. These have Tim Vigil covers. They're black and whites from the early 90s. Night Vision #1. Night Vision #2. And not to be forgotten, Night Vision #3. Same place, same buyer, same seller. I got a nice little pile of books from them. We got a Cave Woman Meets Explorers #1. No, don't let that cat in. Don't let that cat in. We have Cave Woman Reign, the second printing of issue #3. I really think this is a great story.
Oh yeah, I bet.
It's not a bad story. It's actually okay. Cave Woman, the movie, that one's definitely a titty book. That one's there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Antarctic Press does these books with all like politicians and shit, and they make these ridiculous ass fucking stories. We have President Evil #2 about Obama in his first 100 days fighting zombies.
Because of course.
And here we got President Evil #3 again, still fighting the zombies.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama. I grabbed this because I sold my copy right when the first movie came out. I got a nice penny for it, so I grabbed this one off the bay. I got it for only $5. But there's Suicide Squad #1, the new 52 run. That's the first time King Shark and Harley Quinn are in the squad, guys. Just so
hey.
That's the first time.
Nice.
Let's see here. We also got. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I got another lady book.
Is that Hammerhead King Shark?
That's no. It's King. It's Great White King Shark.
Oh, okay.
So there you got Glory Angela. Here we have John Burns, Babe #1.
Oh, I love that cover.
Dope, right?
That looks like Illustrator.
Here we go. Then here we go. A couple more Alan Moore books. We got Violator #2. I don't know if anybody knew that, but Alan Moore wrote in the Spawn universe multiple times, and he did the Violator miniseries. You know what? There you go. There's another one. Evo #1.
Ooh,
I don't know what the fuck that's about, but look at that cover. It's shiny logo, Robo. It's a shiny logo. I was thinking of you when I bought it, Robo. So you know. This is a Gary Frank book from Top Cow. It's called Kin. I had the other 5 issues.
Oh, nice.
But I had to grab that one when I saw it. I needed the first issue.
I like the lettering for Kin.
It's great. It's great. It's great. It's a beautiful book. And then we got a little bit more of the Alan Moore Wildcats run. There's 23. Check this fucking cover out. There's 22. Everybody says this is the run to read. Here's the first issue of his run, 21.
I didn't know he did a run on Wildcats.
I know,
it's
right?
Good. It's very good. It introduces Apollo and Midnighter.
24.
Oh, wow.
No, that's Ellis.
Yeah, that's the different story. That's Watch.
Here's number 32.
This is Bendix.
Right. I mean, there was a lot of stuff in that Wildstorm universe that was all kind of linked together, but yeah, no, that was
it brought it all together cohesively, and it made it covert op teams, truly.
All right. Last but not least, I've been going for a long time, and at this point, Lady Fantastic would be like, "Oh my God, will you shut up and finish already?" So I'm just going to show you. I got the first, 1 through 10, and then 14 through 20 of Tom Taylor's all new Wolverine for $20.
Holy shit! Fuck, nice.
$20.
Fuck.
$20.
You do that?
My shop. He had them bundled up to sell them. Right here's the first issue. Now I
paid $20.
I paid like $6 for that one.
Dang,
so the rest,
that book
were $1 a piece, including issue 2.
Gosh.
Including issue 2 right there.
I'm done collecting. I'm out of here.
There's issue 2. That's the one everybody's looking for because it's got.
Oh, this is on my list, bro.
Good night, everybody.
Oh,
so
that's
good
a
stuff
great
there.
run.
Right. And I had like literally, I have no care in the world except I really wanted to read it because everybody told me how good Taylor's run was. I'm serious. That's literally all I cared about. Everybody's like, "Oh, Taylor's run's the best," So I wanted to read it. I didn't even know that was that first appearance of that character. So, all right, wrapping it up here.
I don't even think they call her by
she name changes later.
Badger. She's Gabby, and is she even named that in that second issue?
No, she is not.
So you don't even know. It's just just some random clones.
Right. There's Injustice 2 number 5 and Injustice 2 number 6. Tom Taylor had to have it. It was shiny Robo. Hold on a second. Hold on. He missed the Robo alert. I got to show him real quick before I wrap it up. We should make a Robo alert for the shiny covers. I don't even know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
It got eaten. Oh wait, here it is. There you go. It's shiny and sexy.
Oh no, is it?
Is
no,
it?
It's not. No.
Ace says no. Although there might be one in here because I got Miracle Man Annual number 1.
Some kind of alert.
Joe Q cover.
Well, that's a nice cover.
Hey guys, you know what book you need to be buying? You're gonna regret it if you don't get it now. Spider Girl. That's a number 8 right there.
That's pretty fair.
You should be buying Spider Girl. Here's Nam Wolf number 4. I don't give a fuck what that book is about. Look at that cover.
Yeah, that cover is great.
Look at that shit. And my camera
shit.
sucks. It's great.
It's shit.
Witchblade number 163. This was written by Tim fucking Seeley. I don't know if people knew that. Tim Seeley wrote a chunk of that book. Here we got Black Mask, Space Riders, Vortex of Darkness number 1. I love these Vortex, the Black Mask.
Oh, I've seen that cover. Yeah.
Warning, 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 warning. Banger alert, banger alert. Holy fucking shit. Look at that fucking book. Oh my fucking god. Look at that fucking book. Oh my god. Look at that book. Jesus. Oh my god.
I like turtles.
Jesus fucking
I hate this so much.
The mods are broken.
The mods did speak. All right. Last couple books, and then I'll wrap it up here, guys. First of all, I want to show everybody. I've been working real hard to get the Vault Vintage wall here at Tassa Day Miracle Man all set up. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm working hard. Sierra and the Royal Stars number 1. Ace, do you need this cover?
Let me check because I might.
Okay, because it's yours if you need it. Then we got Witchblade number 1. There's the Jonah Hex homage. And then we got Queen of Bad Dreams number 1. There's that Madame Xanadu homage. And don't worry, if you need that book, the place I got it from had like 6 more. I'll just go back and get another one for myself. No worries.
I got it.
You got it? Okay. All right. Last 3 books here. I don't even know which order to show them to you in. I don't know which order.
Just shotgun them. Choom, choom, choom.
Dave Stevens cover to John.
I love that.
3.
I got that one. It's such a good cover.
One more cover I need from the Johnny Quest run.
I don't have that. That's
pretty.
I asked you if you did. I was going to give you it. It's yours, dude. I have that cover.
That's a happy Mr. Worst. Here we have Space or fucking, I don't even know what issue it is. 12, 14, 14. Hot. Look at that cover, gang. Look at that shit.
That's a nice
Looks
cover.
like shit.
It's from 1961. It's a Charlton book.
Do you remember that year?
I do not. You dirty motherfucker.
You just turned 30 back then.
Some cold ass shit.
Cold-blooded.
Last book I'm going to show. Last book
you said that half an hour ago.
I know I did. Here it is.
Ooh,
I thought this was going to be a short show.
That is nice.
I fucking killed it this week. I killed it this week.
That's a great. That's definitely number one right there for me.
Doom Patrol 108.
Absolutely.
These are getting tougher and tougher to come by, guys, as the show picks up. It's on season 3. You know, like, listen, if you come across Doom Patrol books, the first volume, if you're at all interested in them, grab them up. They're not going to be cheap anymore. They're not going to be cheap anymore. So, God damn, you were some raw motherfuckers tonight. I see these chats. Motherfuckers. So anyway, that's right. That's my haul for the evening. Actually, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna show you one more book I got. It's a dirty book. It's a dirty book. I got this out of a dollar bin, and I thought, you know,
a dollar bin dirty book.
Dollar bin dirty book. Eros was the first company to start bringing hentai into the States. And the cover's not terrible, but they even did them. They were a special size. They were smaller. It's Silky Whip. Number 10.
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Whatever. You know what? You come across a dollar bin dirty book and it's not like sticky. Why not grab it? If it sucks, so what? It'd be fun to talk about.
Do you have a black light?
I don't, but actually, you know, I wanted to bring this up. Actually, now that you say that, I mentioned them earlier. But I love you, Eva. But fucking A, Robo, you tell him. I do want to point something out that if you come across a Silver Age book, fucking A, right, Planet Arizona. If you come across one, you should definitely run a black light over, and I'll tell you why. Because it will reveal if those blacks are too black because somebody filled them in with a magic marker.
Somebody like, I was a kid and I only did it from the age of 12 for like a month. And then I was told by a comic book dealer by the name of Crazy Ed at the it was the Coral Square Mall or Coral Springs Mall comic book show that they held every weekend. And a friend of mine that I made a trade to, he brought it to that person, and when I passed by his neighbor, like, Rob, come here, you got to give the kid his money back. You cannot mutilate these books. And I had to learn at a very early age, you do not do that shit to a comic. That is history.
Hey, you know what? We all make mistakes as kids. You know, there was once upon a time, actually, it was actually a cottage industry telling people to, you know, oh, you should definitely restore your books. And there were professional restorations, there were cheaper restorations, and that was a thing. That's what people did. The most valuable Action Comics #1 in the world sold for only a couple $1,000s more than another copy in 1982. And that second copy only sells for about $50,000 now because of the restoration. So, and it was restored. It was restored in the early 80s because that's what people were saying to do. So it was, you know, you can't beat up too much, especially on a kid. You can't beat up too much on anybody for that because it was a prevalent, you know, concept for a period of time.
It was 1992, and I should have known better, but didn't.
Maybe you should have. But, you know, you can't beat up on a kid for that too much.
Especially if that kid was me, and I'm beating him up.
Exactly. But that's it. That's what I got. You know, let's see what Ace got.
Yeah, I want to see what Ace got.
Why me?
Because
what you got? What you got?
Batgirl, and I want to see some Batgirl.
Also, because you talk some shit, so I'm gonna
show that shit.
So, first of all, I got the greatest graphic novel of all time. It is about Woody Guthrie. Ooh. If y'all don't know who this is, first of all, he wrote like This Land Is Your Land and God Bless America. Who gives a shit about that? Their music. He was a socialist back in the early 1900s when Miracle Man was in his late 60s.
You motherfucker.
He used to write protest songs about Donald Trump's dad being a shitbag.
Sure did.
And he predicted like the existence of Trump Tower and Trump being president and shit because he thought that Fred Trump, whose middle name was Christ, by the way, learned that thanks to Woody. Because he was like so egotistical, he thought that like his own son should be president and shit.
Right.
Icon. We stand. This is the wokest white man from the fucking early 1900s. Again, when Miracle Man was in his late 90s.
This is elder abuse. That's all I'm saying.
And then I know y'all don't like to actually read, but I got some actual books.
Ooh.
I got the Munich Girl.
Wait, are you telling me there's no pictures in that?
Oh,
Get
there's
on
a
my
picture-
face.
Wait. There's a picture right there.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Then got this postcards from No Man's Land. It sounded sad. I only read sad books.
I like sad.
Yep.
Mhm.
The garlic ballads. This also sounds really fucking depressing.
Mhm.
Well, at least it's not the onion ballads.
Mhm.
Ant Hills of the Savannah. Also probably very, very fucking sad.
Mm. Yeah, if it's a book that looks like that, I automatically assume I'm gonna cry by the end.
I've read this book like 6 times in my life, and I've lost every copy. I'm not going to lose this one. It makes me cry.
They said right before they lost it.
Or spilled Coca-Cola on it.
This book, you guessed it. It makes me laugh. No, it doesn't. It makes me fucking cry. It is about the Civil War and ex-slaves who are like, they're all doctors and stuff now, and they're trying to like figure life out because it's like the first generation. And it's fucking sad. Black Girl in Paris.
Love the cover.
It's
I
beautiful.
do too. The artwork
It's
is bomb.
amazing. Now, I got these 3 books at a shop on Free Comic Book Day because the author was there. And she gave me nice
Young
books.
adult?
Hashtag that's hot.
Nope.
Oh, I love that
Ooh.
cover.
It's fucking gorgeous.
Looks like a comic book.
Nah.
That's like the highest compliment we can pay anything.
It could definitely be a cover.
So,
And then sign that one for me. So, yeah. She also, I don't know where it is. She gave me like a little map of her world. So, comics. I have 5 stacks.
Stacks on
So-
stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks.
First one, I don't remember if I showed this stuff yet. I don't think I was here last week. And then some of it's like the stuff I've read. So, you know. So I got that. Got another copy of that.
Oh,
Buddy.
Bitter Roots. That's a great cover.
Gorgeous. That Bitterroot cover.
whoa, I
Love
did
it.
not see that anywhere.
Oh man, it's so good. Got Blacksmith. My shop is supposed to give me number 1 of that like 3 months ago, and they never did. So that's annoying. Got Buffy, which after the past 2 issues sucked, that one actually was pretty good. Bunny Mask.
Oh, I need to get issue
Buffy.
2.
I love Bunny Mask.
I love that first issue.
If you like that, you should read Hack Slash. And
Ooh.
by the Horns. Only read
I'll
issue
pick up the
1.
trades.
Did you get the Bunny Mask issue 1?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
No, wait. I think you got it for me, right? That's why I
Okay.
never got it.
Just making sure because I was going, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in your stack.
Yeah, I think I read it
Ooh.
legally on the internet.
Legally. Allegedly.
Some more.
Oh, that's a great cover. Are these all just variants?
Yeah, they're just the B covers.
Nice.
Yeah. And then Eve. Been liking this a lot.
I gotta add that to my pool.
I lost this. It was
Is
gonna
issue
be my
5 the
bag.
last issue on Eve?
I have no idea. No idea. This is by a local artist. Still haven't gotten around to read it, but seemed cool. Just need to find number 1 to I Breathe the Body because I went to like 50 million fucking shops, and none of them have it, and it's annoying. So, I will find it one of these days, though.
Unfortunately, that might be an eBay.
Yep. Carmen. Issue
I still have
3
to read
really
that
pissed
issue.
me off, but it actually had a really good ending. So
Yeah,
it
I
has
have to read
received
that last one.
Made in Korea. It's been great. Haven't read this one yet, but the first one was really good. This isn't a me book. This is somebody else. So,
Miracle Man.
yes.
Ooh.
This was underneath my desk also, so I had to put that in a box.
Is that the second print of the last issue?
Yeah.
Number 2.
I can't wait until season 2. You know they're gonna come out with season 2 for that.
I was hoping they'd finish it in the first volume, but they built up way too much stuff that could not be resolved in that last issue.
Yeah.
Finally read that. It was good.
I hope the second issue is more than just exposition.
Mm-hmm.
Nine Tails on the Lake has been bomb as hell.
Yeah, it has.
I haven't read it yet.
No spoilers. It's the end of the world, and you're going to go, damn, this feels real, and why didn't I read this sooner?
Planet Arizona. Yeah, Midnight Western 3 is, I think that's number 2, right? I don't remember. No, it's number 3. Okay. So none of my shops got it at all. And then I went to a random shop and they had it. So I don't know. Save yourself. I'm going to be reading that with the comic group because they love queer shit. My MILF right there. Love her.
Hey, you said queer shit and we got a downvote. Thanks for the view.
Queer shit. Queer shit. I'm a piece of queer shit. The silver coin.
Silver and gold.
Yeah.
We gave
Now-
bait because how else are we going to get some fish?
Steak.
Yum, yum, yum.
It gives me strong hack slash vibes and I love it.
The covers are pretty.
Oh, wait till you see the one after this one. Uh-oh, I think I put it in here right. Okay. Look at that. Beautiful. And sweet paprika.
Was that Momoko?
Yes.
Huh.
And stray dogs.
It's almost weird how I can call a Momoko because it doesn't look finished.
Wow, that's hella funny.
Ooh, I like that.
I haven't
Wow, that's a nice
started
cover.
this next arc yet, but like the B covers, oh my gosh.
What series is that?
Wind.
Oh,
Boom.
when I hear
Oh,
Thorn, I was
nice.
thinking Bone.
Yeah, issue 1 of Wind was really good.
Like a month or 2, and I still haven't gotten around to it. And y'all know we got a slut for Xenoscope over here.
Da, 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 da.
Hands around the neck.
We don't kill
Oh, you got it.
Yep.
It was
And
a
not damaged.
great issue. Yeah, mine was fucking crunched in the corner.
Then, got a couple vault back issues.
Gotta rep that
couple.
vault.
I
Dang.
got a lot of variants because I went to different stores. So autumnal.
Noise.
This is one of their best horror series. So if you haven't read autumnal yet,
I
Yeah,
will
I've
get
never
it.
heard of that one. Yeah.
oh man, the woods
Love me
are
some
alive.
horror.
Boop.
Being attacked by pieces of wood.
No,
Hey,
You know,
the leaves.
original Green Lantern's
Oh!
weakness was wood.
Right.
Oh, I'm dead serious. Like it's the leaves that attack you.
Dang.
You know, I've been picking up all those vault vintage covers, and I've been reading the books when I get them, and man, they're all worth getting. I haven't found one I hated yet.
Barbaric.
Nice, I got that one myself.
Yep.
Gotta be real careful what you show on that cover.
Lead them dry.
Beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Oh.
I wasn't talking to you.
Oh. It's harsh. Harsh.
Finally found a cover to a dark interlude.
Nice.
Got another cover to it.
Good one.
Boop.
Nice.
And then the Devil's Red Bride. Number 30.
Nice.
And then number 4. All right. Is this an homage to anything, or is it just a cool cover? Because I don't know.
Engine Warp, right?
Engine Ward, yeah.
Engine Ward. Let me double check on that one. It looks like it is, doesn't it?
It's something, but I don't know.
It could be, but I don't even know.
Yeah.
Which doesn't say much.
You know, we had Tim Daniel on the show. Everybody, I think if you've been watching, I think everybody in here has watched the show many a times. But we had Tim Daniel on the show, and you know, he was so kind. He actually, when I told him I wanted to do the Vault Vintage wall, he actually gave us a file of all the Vault Vintage covers up to that point. So I'll go back and double check it because it tells you exactly which is which.
Nice.
So that is the 1E cover. It is the second printing. Does not tell us whether or not. Well, we're gonna find out.
Wait, second printing. That's garbage. Wait a second. It's 2020. Hey, that's like $1 million now.
It really is. Let's see. That's a Michael Avon Emming cover.
Hey, Mr. Powers.
That Engine Ward.
Okay. Giga.
I'm just gonna read that all when it's done because it comes
Finally get around to finding a couple more issues of Heathen. I can't find all of them, which is annoying. Miracle Man, can you check if your shop has a Sarah and the Royal Stars variant that is an homage to Heathen? I can send you a picture of it, but I am dying for that. And
Heavy has gotten so good.
Send me a picture if he doesn't have it. If he might still be able to get his hands on it for us.
All right.
Real quick, have you been reading Heavy? I know.
Yes.
Are you up to date?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that this is building to something, or is this going to be ongoing? I think it's building, and it's going to be
ongoing.
A horrific ending.
It's going to be ongoing, and then I feel like our husbands are finally going to be together.
Do you think so? I don't know if they're making it.
They're going to make it.
They're making it? All right. Yeah. Well,
maybe an alternate version of one of them, maybe.
Well, yeah, not the original ones.
I think the original ones are going to fuck at some point.
Really? I hope for their sake they do, because they want.
Especially after Slim just revealed himself.
Right. They each want that dinger.
They do.
Which is fine. Get all that dinger you can, guys. Enjoy it.
Thank you, Max Bemis, for causing this conversation tonight.
And then this week's stuff, I got this Barbarella cover.
Yeah, that's sitting in my bin. I gotta grab it myself.
Beyond the Breach. Number 1 was really good.
Great book. First issue was great.
Yep. All right, I only got this because Maria Louvet is doing a 1 in 25 variant for issue 2, and I didn't want to be a jackass and just get one issue. So I'm like, okay, I'll get this here.
There you go.
Rationale, love it.
This is the
Last
final issue. Yeah, final issue of Hollow Heart. I need to catch up. Stuff with issue 4. We got Home. Home has been really good.
That's sad from what I hear.
Oh, it's so sad. This is one of my favorite covers this week.
That's great. That's a great cover.
Oh wow, I've never seen that cover. That's crazy.
I got this because I opened up the first page and 2 men were kissing, and I love gay shit. Gay shit, gay shit. Live for that queer gay shit.
Agreed.
Yes.
Get it queer, get it hot. Nocterra number 6, beautiful
Yep.
cover.
Speaking of gay shit, Save Yourself number 3. We love a queen with green hair. We love a queer with green hair.
Is she gay? Is she trans? Is she what's the deal with her?
I think everybody in this is some form of queer.
Fuck yeah! Why am I not getting that book?
I don't know, but it's fucking great.
Right on.
And it's written in a way where, like, it's like kid-friendly queer stuff.
All right,
and
good,
there are
good.
people with neo pronouns and stuff.
That's fucking righteous. All
yeah.
Right.
I just got this because I heard it was good. So
That's what everybody's saying. All the kids on the street.
Got some free comic book day stuff.
What's a free comic book day?
It's when you walk into a shop and you just take what the fuck you want.
Oh,
you
that's
see like an Action Comics number 1 on the wall, fucking grab it. No one can stop you.
Right.
So.
Ooh,
not even lasers.
You know what? I totally forgot. I had one other book I had to show when you're all done. When you're all done, I had one other book.
You're not allowed to show it. You're forbidden.
I have to. I have to.
No, you
I have
don't.
to. It's for our friends at Scout.
If you do, Reed won't ever kiss you.
Oh, that's not true. Damn, that was fucking out there.
Oh, you found it.
Do you need it?
I'll take it.
I just got it just to get it.
Trace.
Okay, this is going to be a YA or kids graphic novel from Vault, and it is the most Jewish comic I've read in a long time. So if you are a fellow Jew, pick this up.
Whose head are they sitting on?
It is a lion.
Oh,
and
nice.
It's all like, it's drenched in just Jewish mythology, and I've gotten to read it in advance. And
Aslan?
Nope. You gotta read it to find out. I got this because it's Vault, and y'all know. And got that because Pretty Lady.
And so are you.
Hands or tentacles?
What?
We live.
This is really good. So fucking good. And then this is the last thing for the free stuff. Needs to go in this box. And then I got a few things.
A few. Oh shit! Oh no! Don't die.
A few things from these days. Okay, my mic is just sitting right next to it.
Ace might legitimately have gotten more comics to me this week, guys.
Oh, I did.
I think so.
This isn't even all of them because I put a lot of stuff away on Friday. So, yeah, I got like double this. So, I got that.
Oh, that's great.
I was looking for something with a series of Batgirl on it because I like the cover, but I couldn't find it. So, it's just like, whatever, I'll get that. And then I got that because pretty cover. I'm doing like a lot of like first appearances of like random people that have been like Batgirl in different universes, and I don't remember who this one was, but you know,
Right on.
nor do I remember this one, but I got it. It's on my list somewhere.
I remember that book too. I don't know why. Oh, that's just a great cover.
Yeah.
That's just a great cover.
Williams III is one of the best.
But you're the best.
Is that the first ongoing title from DC ever with a gay lead?
I don't know.
Short of Vibe, yeah.
But Vibe,
you didn't know he was gay then.
Yeah.
That would be like saying, going back and saying Robin Tim Drake way back. But retconned, not technically.
Right.
This is the first appearance of my baby, Stephanie Brown.
Spoiler.
What issue is it?
648.
648.
Got Huntress. And then I got that because it was the first appearance of somebody on my list. And he's been a dollar bin, so it's just like, sure.
Fuck.
Don't jump up. Don't jump up. Don't jump up. Don't
Jump up! Jump up!
No.
Stop, Kitty. Stop. Those are
Give
comics.
me attention, Dad.
Is that Yara?
Yes.
Oh, gorgeous.
Beautiful. We stand.
Please shatter me, Brazilian Wonder Woman.
Shatter me first, bitch. Goddamn.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, actually. I'll take the sloppy seconds.
Okay. I love this cover so much.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So pretty.
You know who they should get to do some of these covers is Robin. Was it Robin Eisenberg, the woman who did the Wonder Woman cover that got all the dickheads angry because she drew a plus size woman in jeans and a t-shirt.
Like that was barely a plus size woman.
She wasn't really
fatter next time.
She wasn't plus size. She really just had booty.
She was just thick.
Just
So,
thick.
Yeah, but
I think I told you before, but I used to read Wonder Woman with my great grandma as a kid, and so I started flipping through boxes, and I found a few covers that I remembered, so I wanted to get them.
And there was one shop that wound up telling you that they had an issue 72 for $30 just to lure you in.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
So, trust no one. So then, Batgirl.
Yeah.
My baby. Also, my baby.
Nice.
And my baby.
my baby.
My baby.
Gotta get them all them art germs.
That is it for my baby with that run. Then we go to this stuff. And that one. And that one.
So pretty.
You know who else is so pretty?
Rob
Hazel.
Worst. Oh.
Hey, Hazel. You're beautiful too. Wrong person.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great cover.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Let me just wipe this blood away so I can kick your ass.
I like this one for reasons.
I wonder what they could be. All four of them.
Listen. I'm not saying I don't dig a good bondage cover, but that's a good ass bondage cover. And that's pretty. That's pretty.
Good annual. Then I got a bunch of New 52 stuff on sale, which made me happy.
Nice.
You have a bunch even I don't have.
That's great. Look at that. And you know, the reality is, guys, those real low print runs on those Batgirl books.
Very.
Very, very
Tell
low.
people that they're
Very,
going to try to get them.
Nobody buy them until Ace is done. I'm
Thank
serious.
you.
I will literally drive to your house and take them from you. What do you mean, Ree? I have no idea what you're saying. That's a good one. I like that one. Oh, look at that. That's so great. That's so great. Have you read any? Oh, beautiful. Have you read any of them yet?
I read this when I was getting sober back in the day.
Yeah.
Which means that we don't remember those very well.
I mean, yeah. Stephanie Brown was my favorite Batgirl, though. And so I started reading that first, and then I read these. And yeah.
Nice.
I like this one.
Oh my God, it's actually midnight.
Holy shit. We got a hell of a haul, and we had a great interview from a great creator today. How great was that, guys? Dave Baker, man.
Absolutely.
IFLC, I know you're in the chat. Make sure you get over to Dave, Whack, you too, Eva. Eva's probably already done it.
I agree with Eva.
No, Reed, your jokes are definitely not too funny. But y'all make sure you get Davey on the shows, because wow, yeah, that's just it. Eva probably already interviewed Dave like a year ago. And like, if anybody here is not subbed to Titular Podcast,
To Titson Podcast,
to the Titular Podcast that Eva does, you know, that is hands down. That there's your benchmark. If you want to know how to do good comic creator interviews, there's your benchmark right there. Go over and sub up Eva.
I like this one.
Very nice.
I hate that a certain man is in it. That would be better without a man.
Wait, there's some guy dressed in gray and black. Just pretend he's not there.
I'm a big fan of this cover. And this is pretty.
Oh, that's a great cover. She had great covers, man.
That is actually a kind of controversial issue because, well, trust me, when you read that later, you're going to go, ew.
Oh, the Darwin Cook. Oh,
nice.
So that's my next wall. O Comics is going to be those Darwin Cook DC sideways ones they did there. Nice.
These are all fire books.
Very great. Live Wire, fantastic.
I got to go to bed too, Ava.
No, you don't.
Soon enough.
Okay.
You'll see how fast I can go through all the comics I got today.
Nice. Nice.
Doom, doom, doom. Oh, that's a great cover.
Just wanted to take a quick second here and say, tell everybody still in the chat, all of you, you know, as Dave said, you guys are very well done, Planet Arizona. All of you guys, they said take them off.
Love you, Rufo.
They said take them off.
Or else I'm showing boobies.
Oh,
Boobies are done. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's White Ash turn.
Let me show this one real quick. This one I forgot to show. Oversized book came out today, guys. Uh-oh, what happened? You okay?
No, my Batgirl just fell.
Oh, God, no. Are they okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank God.
Good.
Thank God. So I grabbed this because it was a weird-looking book. I didn't know anything at all about it. The White Ash book was a free comic book day book, but this is an oversized. It's called White Ash Mythic Edition from Scout Comics. I don't know what's going on, but it looks beautiful, so I was going to read it. This came out today, guys. It's a $10 book. I think White Ash has been out before. If anybody knows anything about the series, please put it in the chat because I don't know anything at all about it. It just
never heard of
looked
it.
Cool. It just looked cool.
I can tell you about White Ash.
Oh, of course you can. Tell
Okay,
us. Tell us.
So it is a comic book, and it is printed on paper, and Scout Comics releases it.
Well, that's
And it
excellent.
has pictures and words, and there's an artist and a writer and a letterer and an editor.
You know, I won't lie. You're really kind of giving us some great color commentary on this comic.
Painting a picture.
Right. Paint a picture of what a comic is, and I love it. But White Ash is it's about a mining community. Oh man, I was gonna be all slick because I brought it up and then it immediately, but it's a small smidge of a mining community in western Pennsylvania where the secrets are buried even deeper than the coal under the mountain. If you're a fan of Supernatural, Twin Peaks, or Lord of the Rings, you're going to love getting to know our mysterious town. Created by Charlie Stickney and Connor Hughes with colors by Finn Cram. I shit you not, the person's name is Finn Cram with a B at the end of Cram. That's a fucking righteous name. And it looks like these have been out for a while, so this must be like either a reprint or something along those lines. I'm not real sure, but it's Scout, guys, so give it a try. Anyway, Mr. Worst, what you got to show us?
All right. So I got some comics behind me. There's 3 stacks. Each one represents Marvel, DC, and the rest of the indie books. So which one do you think is which? I've been getting a lot of indie books. So do you think that's the largest stack? You might be thinking
I think
not.
right. Oh, no.
There's only 2 independent books that I picked up this week.
What?
I know, but there was like no Stillwater, and just most of the series I've been picking up. There's Nocturna, so I'll get to find out if I'm sticking on board with this. I like Scott Snyder, but let's see if it's still going anywhere, if it's just going to keep masturbating its way along to issue 12 before something really happens. Then we got Killer Queens, the first issue. That's the Jen Bartel cover. Of course, I'll pick that up.
Fuck.
2. That's all I picked up. 2. And as I was telling somebody in the comic book shop today, love the comic book shop, but sometimes the customers can be a little iffy. Right. Where I just made a comment saying this is probably the gayest comic to come out today. Definitely a pickup, because if it's not going to be at least $10 by the end of this week, just give it a year, because this will probably be something people will be coming back to.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Those are just the independent books that I picked up. The next stack, which is a little higher.
Rob, you said something there I wanted to comment on real quick. You said Noctera and Scott Snyder. Hey, guys, everybody, I just want to say real quick, I agree fully with Rob on this one, 100%. I love Scott Snyder's work. But goddamn, you want to talk about a fantastic writer that does not know how to land the goddamn plane.
No.
Come on, Scott. Close the deal, baby.
So when we were reading Justice League, it was a lot of fun. Can anybody tell me how it ended?
It didn't. It never ended.
and then when you read Dark Knight Metal, did you like how it started? It was pretty cool. I mean, Robin in the middle of the jungle going, "This is the best day of my life. You think I'm turning around?" Awesome scene. How did it end?
Nobody knows. I don't even think Scott fucking Snyder knows.
It's okay. Even DC doesn't. They don't care. And in fact, they don't care about continuity anymore. It's just about miniseries and Batman. Speaking of Batman, we get a lot of Batman. We get the Jim Lee Batman doing Tom King. We're coming to the crescendo here. It's issue 6. Or not crescendo. It was halfway through. Here's the clown show that might be coming Red X. I mean, it's just kind of written all over him. It seems kind of real. Who knows? And Ava, absolutely right. Metal had so many loose ends.
All the loose ends.
About landing the ending. I mean, if you read his short stories of his personal works, he lands the endings. It's the Marvel work that I think it might just be editorial not allowing it. So here's the Catwoman cover.
Banging.
Very sweet. And you'll see how fast I can go through all these motherfuckers, because here is the Flash. I'm not reading it. Hopefully, maybe one day I will. I was supposed to be on trial this week. I was planning on bringing a full long box of Flash just so I could come back next week and go, I'm caught up. Yeah, no, not happening this week. Dark Knight, we get a little bit more of Daughter of the Riddler, and then we get some Nightwing. This is a pretty awesome tale, and considering that Miracle Man just went and picked up an entire run of all new Wolverine, and this is freaking amazing. I am so envious, but way to go. Here's Shazam. The first issue is pretty fun. Only 4 issues, so I'll do it. But I'm really hating the fact that they're all mini-series. It's kind of like how I say whenever they decide to start a new issue number 1, is it really a jumping on point or is it a jumping off point? You can only have so many comics with so much room, and I know most of you don't live in a mansion. I sure as hell don't. I mean, this room's kind of pretty small, whether you know it or not. And this, for me, was the cover of the week.
Yes.
Gorgeous.
I mean, the cover A was pretty nice, but this one was just the winner. So those were the DC books. Now let's get to the Marvel. because some of these are going to be going to a couple people. So here is Black Cat number 5. Now, if you've been noticing, Jed MacKay has been writing an awful lot of comic books lately. And most of them are having to do with this Infinity Score. I don't know where they're building to on this, but it's interesting. I don't know where it's going. And my preface for being interested in a comic or any kind of media whatsoever is I don't like it when I'm reading something or watching something and I know exactly where the story's going. I don't want to feel like I wrote this myself. I'm probably not a very good writer. Unlike Al Ewing, who is a very good writer. So much that he writes quite a few books and he's still somehow not spread thin, unlike John Hickman, where they just decided to take him off all of the X-Men, or maybe that was something that was personal. I don't know, but either way, holy shit, people, I have a full long box of X-Men comics that just felt very worthless today. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. Iron Man number 11. And by the way, people, this week on FOC, Raza has a cover for issue 12 that is amazeballs. And that's not a term I use lightly because it's a horrible term and I make fun of people that use it. I'm using that because that issue 12 that's coming out, I guess, next month, it has Miles Morales spinning DJ. It's amazing. And you know me, I'm into techno. Moreover, I'm into the trance scene, so I'm gonna have to get that. I ordered 2 because since Lady Fantastic's on vacation, gotta make sure that she gets it. And there's Kang all over the place. I hope nobody ordered way too heavy on this, because goddamn, there was a lot of them at my shop, and I know he cannot have sold all of them. Now, Comics Online, if you are not able to get it, your pile. Just let me know.
That's beautiful.
No, I don't need 2 of everything. This has been a pretty fun series. I don't know about Threadneedle or anything, but it's been fun. I don't feel like it should go forever. This is the only back issue I got. It's really the only time the cat appeared outside of her own title, and she only got like 3-4 issues.
Very little. Very fucking little.
All right, so here's Moon Knight issue 2. I haven't read any of the books that came out so far today, but in this, we're getting, I guess, like a dark Moon Knight. One of his followers, not followers, I don't know. I'll read it later tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to be watching fucking Alien Warfare tonight. Here is Miles Morales. The Amulet is making an appearance in here, crossing over from Ms. Marvel. And it's Jed MacKay. Well, actually, this isn't Jed MacKay, or maybe he's doing the backup. I think he might be doing the backup. But part of that Infinite Fury that's been running through the Black Cat and all the annuals. Here's the copy I'm giving to Lady Fantastic because she loves the Ms. Marvel, Miles Morales. She loves the kids. The kids are good. The kids are all right. The kids are not all right, especially in Florida. No mask. Well, Broward, Dade, we're good. But Florida's fucked, and I'm sorry, but I'm a Florida man. Sinister War, number 3. This is that Bagley connecting cover. Can't wait to have all those just to see what them look like. So I hear that there's a new first appearance on Spider-Woman issue 14, Rose Roche. And it could be fun. I haven't read the last issue yet, but it's in my to-read pile. Now, things that might be going from to-read pile to filed the fuck away because I give up. Not Marauders, because I'm on board with Kate Pride, but all the other titles, holy shit. After finding out that X Factor was canceled at issue 10 because they were planning on doing this storyline for issue number 11, but they went, no, we're going to make this our own thing here, and we're going to screw you out of some royalty checks and some money here and there. It devastated the writers, and they're going, you know what, I'm out. I'm going to Substack with Nick Spencer and Cates and everybody else. We're living in a revolution right now where when people are leaving the books, it kind of makes you question, why was I picking this up at all? And can a next writer even go somewhere with this? It just feels so convoluted.
You're absolutely
said. This is going to Lady Fantastic. It's the A cover, and it has Scarlet Witch.
You're absolutely right about that, Rob. And before we wrap for the night, I do want to say something about that real quick, just so you know.
Oh, good.
No, well, basically what you're talking about is all the Substack.
I'm almost done here. I have 2 more books, and I'll hand it over to you.
Do it.
Way of X, issue number 5. We get a little bit more onslaught. I haven't read it. And X Court issue number, who fucking knows? I haven't even read the first issue. Those are all the books I picked up. I mean, huge Marvel stack because, Marvel is what it is. DC, because let's face it, the only thing I'm reading is Batman and whatever Tynion's working on over there. Very sparse in between. And the Independents, I read every single one. Even Marvel, there's a few things here and there that I'm slowly not giving a shit about. There's a realignment coming up, and there might be a lot of titles where I'm just going to have to go, we're going to start over in a new issue number 1, like Venom and Hulk. And there's a new writer on board, but it's the old writer from the other title that just left one. They're ping-ponging over. And guess what happens next issue? We're going to maintain the status quo by not really changing it, but making you have the illusion that it did.
You sound a little burned out, my friend. You sound a little burned out.
I feel burnt out. Is it me?
No, because I don't buy things unless I love them.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that I do love, though. A good example. So you have Carol Danvers in her own title. She gets knocked down. She gets back up. She is empathetic. She's great. Then you have Brian Michael Bendis when she writes her, and it carried over to a lot of other writers. Used her in Civil War II, and she was a fucking fascist in that. It's as though they can't maintain one hand knowing what the other hand's doing.
Ditch them all.
So, you mentioned earlier about, we're going to be hitting a whole bunch of jump off spots.
I agree.
And I agree with you. Well, I agree that the jump off spots are going to happen. I don't know if he's very handsome. I'm not an expert on that. I'll take Ace's expert opinion. They've literally spent hours staring at Rob. So, so here's the thing. I think everybody in the comic community, or certainly everybody sitting in this chat right now, heard all about the Substack announcements that have been going on for the last week or so. In case you haven't, or if you came stumbling along here going, what is comics? And thought we'd be a good show to learn. First of all, I'm sorry for you. Second of all, we have this thing going on right now, the revolution that Rob's talking about, where it's a lot of writers leaving contracts with the big two and going off to do their creator-owned stuff on Substack. Now, Ace and I have had some conversations, and we've had some conversations in our chat about Substack. I had already had some opinions I had formed on it. And at first I was really kind of torn. I want to see creators get paid for their work. I don't want to see, there's a series of comics, and you'll find them on a bunch of the Airboys that I just recently picked up, where the back cover is this yellow cover that is celebrating the 25th anniversary of Marvel, and all it is a picture of Jack fucking Kirby saying, "What about Jack?" Because Jack was largely ignored for the Marvel 25th anniversary. Not largely, utterly ignored by Marvel for the Marvel 25th anniversary.
DC did more than Marvel did. It shows you
that. Well, that was for his 100th birthday, I think is what it was. I'm talking about the 1980 whatever 86 when they did those covers where they had the borders. The one Lady loves. And
25th anniversary.
Yeah, and they totally ignored Jack Kirby. And I don't want to see creators in that type of situation, people who literally built an entire superhero universe that is a multi-billion-dollar yearly franchise today, just basically being forgotten and ignored. I want to see creators get paid. On the flip side, as Ace and I have discussed, Substack's got all kinds of problems. All kinds of problems. Much like Patreon, they have no problem platforming bigots, TERFs, and outright goddamn Nazis on their platforms in order to make a buck off of them. And, I cannot in good conscience support anybody sending something to Substack, if they want to, if they want to print some books out of stuff that they put up on Substack, I'll probably consider buying them as long as I know Substack's not getting any money off of it. But I cannot, in good conscience, in any way, shape, or form, support those books. I wish those creators nothing but luck in their endeavors for their personal benefits. But I certainly hope some of those big names use that platform to call Substack out.
I really do. That there's certain creators that have that kind of power because they are the bigger names. There are people that will follow them for that $250 for like founding members. But I initially thought that, or at least I hoped that maybe it would be a $250 buy-in for all the creators. No, that's just like for one or two teams, or just a single creator himself. And that just seems like a lot of money. And not only that, where are we going to find the distribution? This is feeling a lot like this Bad Idea comics that have been put out there, that they might be fantastic. I don't know. My shop doesn't get them. None of the shops in South Florida get them. Not in Broward, not in Dade, not in Key West. I mean, there's no comics in Key West, period. But you can't find them. And if I can't find them and they're astronomical in value today, good example. There was a comic that came out from Bad Idea called Passive Aggressive. And it was only found out later in the day today that 1 out of every 3 copies had a completely different interior storyline. What? It's a fucking awesome idea, but you already have somebody that wound up going, I will definitely get every issue that you put out of a certain title. Sign me up for that. Hey, I got this issue. I can't wait to read it. It was really good. You don't have the full story.
Right.
Okay, I'll go on eBay. It's $30, motherfucker. While comic collecting is great because sometimes you want to pick out and find that one hidden gem that might have eluded you for a period of time. You don't want to go out on day one from New Comic Wednesday hoping that you're getting that new flaming shit that you've been reading month in, month out, or maybe it's just that one shot. You had it on your FOC. It should be fair. And instead, they pulled the rug out from under you. And Substack, it's a revolution. Revolutions don't ask you how you feel about it when it happens. It happens because it has to, because the status quo has been broken, and it's been broken for a long time now. And whether Substack is the answer or another comic company or just an alternative to it, things are wrong, and maybe Substack will fail. Maybe it will be the next big Atlas Seaboard. Maybe it will be the next Image Comics. I don't know, but all I can think of when I look at this company is, you know what? That's a whole new line of books. I'm out. There's way too many coming out as it is, and a whole new comic company playing off of Bad Ideas sales tactics. It seems that I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah, I will not be chasing down any of that stuff. If it comes to me, great. I'll give something a try, but I ain't chasing it down. I just can't. It's crazy. It's a shit platform doing shit things. And honestly, I genuinely think these creators are overestimating the number of people willing to pay $300 a year to have first run access at their comics. Maybe they don't need a lot, but I think they're overestimating the number of people.
It's going to be the couple speckers out there that, let's fake it, they're not reading the book. They take it, they bag it, and they board it. And unlike us here on the show, they put it on fucking eBay or Instagram and go,
well,
I'll claim so.
How do you do that with Substack, though? It's just a newsletter. It's all digital. Everything they're going to be getting for the longest time is going to be digital. And when they print the books, it's not like they're only going to sell them to Substack subs. Right?
And it just reminds me of back during the pandemic when Perry was on with these 24-hour broadcasts with, Dusty and all the others during the pandemic. So you can't smell digital.
Right.
And you can't resell it.
Right. Absolutely correct.
For that, I might as well just go buy a pack of cigarettes, smoke it, and throw it away.
Right. Right. You're not ending up with anything. Oh, I got to see something on the screen. That's great. I can look at anything on a fucking screen anytime I want. Why am I going to pay you $300 a year to do it?
Absolutely.
Right?
So we're coming up on
Anyway.
12:30 at night Eastern time. We don't want to overstay our welcome. We want to thank each and every one of you that has watched this show from the beginning, even if it was just for 1 minute or 20 seconds. Thank you for watching. Replay viewers, live viewers, you are the best people in the world. We love you, Robo. We love you.
Love you.
Geek Out. Shattered Glass, Comic Zombie, all of you. Who else am I missing here that have been kind of watching us here? I said Reed. Debate Me Comics, Comic Zombie, Planet Arizona,
Michael Ebend,
Comics at Law, all y'all's. We love
Ricky
you.
was there? What?
I just said his name because it came to me.
I still love you, Ricky.
But hey, I know that some people are making some appearances around here. Ace, you have a show that's coming up tomorrow night, don't you?
Yes, we're reading. We're discussing Volume 4, Sandman. I forgot the name of it, but yeah, it'll be good.
It's going to have some great people on it. It's going to have everybody's favorite friendly neighborhood miracle man, as well as the incredibly talented and the incredibly beautiful Respawn.
Whoop,
whoop.
Yep.
Roscoe!
Hey,
my brother.
Hey, Comics on the Mind, are you having a show come up tomorrow, or is that going to be a show that's kind of like, okay, we're going to give 3 fun facts. Here's 1 fact, here's 2 facts, and I'll figure out the 3rd one.
We'll save the next one for next week. I plan on having a show tomorrow. We plan on having a show tomorrow. I think it'll be on my channel. I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Which, by the way, if I haven't said it already, Black Lives Matter, trans rights, and Helen fucking Mirren, because Ace needs to fuck Helen Mirren in the year of 2021 before December 31st. Make it happen, y'all. If you know Helen or her agent, get in contact. We're making a deal. Miracle Man, anything going on the Twitters, the chud busting? Anybody want to call out? Nobody by name, hopefully.
Hey, I just want to let everybody know that there was one giant human turd that recently thought it would be a good time to debate me. You might want to hear this. They recently thought it might be a good time to buy a young adult LGBTQIA positive graphic novel and burn it live on stream because only the totally not fascists burn books they hate. And this particular little chudrick bragged about how he was going to burn it, made a big deal about buying the metal trash can to burn the book in, and then, of course, got on his stream and pushed out and tore it up instead. And one called out on it, how he could have donated that book to a library, or hell, even the $12 he spent on it. Said that he wanted to save the world from that degeneracy. Just so everybody knows, fascists sure love to call books they don't like degeneracy. Look it up. There's a good long history of it.
Also, shout out to the person that bought 15 copies of that specific graphic novel from my library club. Thanks, random Twitter person. I appreciate you.
That's fantastic. Well, the good news is that chud got themselves permanently banned from Twitter. Nice job, dumbass.
Yes, and he was a fucking head. So I guess that's pretty much it, unless anybody else has anything else to promote. We'll be back this time next week. Well, hopefully not at fucking 12:30 at night. What is it?
I have something to say.
Go ahead.
I love all y'all. That's all.
We love you too.
Aw.
I know my heart is on one of these chests. I could be a Time Lord, but I know I don't have to.
It's on both sides. Just be honest.
Well.
It's
But
on your
yes,
butt.
just a reminder, we love all of you out there in the comic community. This is our comic book therapy. Maybe I might do some retooling on the naming, but not of the show itself, but maybe what we call some of these things.
Maybe we do that. Maybe we do that.
We'll be talking about it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, thank you all for joining us. And also, my comic shop that I go to, the name of it is, well, it's a weird kind of situation here. It's called Frank's Comics. It's run by a guy named John Freshley, and his Instagram page is Miami Fresh Comics. 3 names, so only a little confusing. But he's awesome because he actually gives fair market value or less. I mean, this guy had like a first dark hold and he was selling it for like $80.
Wow, that's a good deal.
Yeah. So he thinks about how much he purchased it for before he puts it back out to you, the community. So check him out tomorrow night, or it's actually tonight now, Thursdays at 7:30 Eastern time over on his Instagram page for Miami Fresh Comics. Otherwise, this is the Not Near Mint Show. Please subscribe, please like, and or not, or fuck us, or not fuck us, and focus. We will be back this time, not for episode 103, because that was tonight. 104 is next week, and that's it. So there's the Not Near Mint crew. Good night, everybody. It was a fun episode. Holy shit.
Night, everybody.
We're out. Good night. It's done. Why are you still watching?
Get out of here.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see this episode again, along with a catalog of back episodes and issues, surf on over to Not Near Mint on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. Rob Worst, Lady Fantastic, Miracle Man, and Comics on the Mind will be back next week. Same time. Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And what? Not Near Mint.
And your mom. Oh, yeah?